model's in the right place. No, I didn't fall asleep. I didn't. I'm sorry for the super long starting soon screen. A client messaged me and I wanted to make sure that I properly discussed something with them. I was doing business stuff, but business stuff. So I just wanted to ensure that I was properly talking with them, and I didn't want to message them while I was like fully in stream, because I wanted to make sure that I was like properly explaining things. After stream, I kind of I need to respond to some clients after stream and like start conversation with some clients. Because I just woke up and I saw like a few things and I'm like, oh, I need to work, but I woke up late, so I'm like, oh no. So I need to do it after stream. I felt a little bad. I'm like, no, I should have messaged you guys like yesterday. And I didn't. I think I'm just recovering and I did get quite a few commissions done, but I'm good. But no, I didn't fall asleep in the starting soon screen. I'm good, I'm a good noodle. I'm a good noodle. But I hope you guys are doing good. Happy wait, no, today's not Monday, today's Wednesday. Press X to doubt. Which thing are you doubting? Nani? Nani? But yes, I hope you guys are having an amazing Wednesday. For some of you, it might even be Thursday. Happy not Monday! Happy not Monday. I am functioning. Well, that's better than not functioning, is it not? You're functioning! Yay! But yes, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I haven't been awake very long. I'm definitely like feeling like I need to like, just like be awake. Like take a second, be awake. I haven't slept for 2 days straight. Oh no, Flame. I hope you'll be able to get some sleep soon. Is there a reason? Just can't sleep? But I'm feeling amazing, how dare you? Dude, when I can't sleep, I feel like shit. You're more powerful than I. Oh my god, my like... Guys, I think I need to implement work hours. One thing that I've been realizing is that when I don't have work hours, I'm just working 24/7. And that's not a good thing, right? I think I need to be a little bit more smart with my hours. Day 3 is when the hallucinations kick in. Yeah, you gotta be careful. It's just because of doctors. How many doctor's appointments did you have that made you stay up for 2 days? Oh my god. Well, yeah, I hope you get some rest soon. Who knows, maybe you can fall asleep during the lore portion. Because yes, today we're going to be reading my lore. I have no idea how I'm going to read the lore because... Do I just read it? Do I commentate? Do I do anything? All I know is that I'm reading the lore. How I'm reading the lore, I don't know how I'm reading the lore. But I will be reading the lore. So who knows, maybe you can fall asleep during that portion. Maybe it'll be relaxing enough. But yeah, dude, I hope you can get some sleep. Dude, I feel like shit when I don't fall asleep every night. I used to stay awake for like 2 days at a time. Never again. I can't do that. I'm too old now. I literally wanted to sleep, but I saw your stream, so no, go eat. Flame, go eat. No, it's okay. You should eat. Eepers. Do I ban the guy for the stream? No, don't ban him. One time I fell asleep at the dentist. It was kind of awkward. Alright, to be fair, like, I'm one of those people that aren't super, like, bad about dentists. So, like, I kind of get it. But I couldn't imagine falling asleep next to someone I don't know. That would freak me out. I could never fall asleep in schools because of that. You guys know how, like, a lot of people will just, like, take a nap on their desk? I can't do that. Like, I literally cannot do that. Because it doesn't feel right. It doesn't, I can't do it. I literally can't do it. It just feels wrong. It feels wrong. But people scare me, so public sleeping is a no. I agree. Yep. I do not feel safe. I barely feel safe enough to fall asleep in my own home, and it's not that I'm in an unsafe environment. It's just there's so many factors that make me feel safe. And if one of them aren't hit, I struggle to fall asleep. And it's just so stupid. Hi, Ensign! Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Top of the morning to ya. That's what I think when I see the hat. Top of the morning to ya. But I don't know why, but as soon as I sit down in my hairdresser's chair, I immediately start to pass out. Dude, you're stronger than me. I can't. It also makes it hard for the hairdresser. But you know what? As long as you feel comfortable with people, maybe you're more trusting than most people. I'm not a very trusting individual when it comes to, like, people I don't know. Does that make sense? I used to be. I used to be very, very trusting. But now I just don't. I don't think I'll ever really trust someone to do something for me that I don't know. I'm not. I just never eat. I mean, that's fair. Any moment of just calmness, you're like, Hong Shu, me. Hell nah. Yeah, I couldn't. I think where's the worst place I fell asleep? The couch, maybe? I don't know. I haven't really slept in, like, weird places. I almost never fell asleep at friends' houses when I was younger. I would always make them come to my house. Yet again, most people wanted to go to my house because I had computers and stuff. But, like, I don't know. I didn't like I could barely fall asleep at other people's houses. I did not. How about on the class? I never fell asleep in class. I think the only time I fell asleep in class was for like 30 seconds. But then I caught myself and I was awake for the rest of the day. I like, as soon as I start feeling sleepy, I just can't. Also, hi John, welcome in. I've fallen asleep on the bus once. I don't even think I've done that. Dude, then I have the anxiety of like, oh, what if something happens when I fall asleep? Like, oh my god. I think I'm too anxious. I'm too anxious and not trusting. I always expect things to happen. As soon as I fall asleep, I expect the worst. Guys, can you tell I have anxiety? But hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you guys are doing well. Yes, yes. About to hop into some meetings with local content creators. Will we lurk? No problem. John's return? No, I'm joking. But I hope you have a good time. I know meetings can be rough, but I hope you have a good time. Thank you for the lurk. I fall asleep on the train all the time. Oddly enough, I almost always wake up before my stop. Interesting. So your body's probably just like accustomed to the time that it takes. Because with trains, the time wouldn't really get delayed all too much to my knowledge, no? So your body probably is just aware. Just awake enough to hear when your stop is. I see, so Allie doesn't feel safe on stream there. Nothing personal. Nothing personal. I am hyper alert when I stream. In case like something happens. So sometimes you'll like hear me like space out. A lot of the time that's just me taking my surroundings. I am in a household with 5 other people. Or not 5 other people, 4 other people. So like a lot happens when I stream. So I just try and like take in everything, gauge what is really what I need to be listening to. Because I also have really, really good hearing. So I can kind of hear conversations all the time. And I get a little overstimulated because I am hearing those conversations. So like during stream when people are awake, I actually have a hard time focusing, and it definitely happens a lot. So I'm just alert all the time, guys. Well, hi there. How are we doing? Oh, hi, Jasper. We're doing okay. I just woke up not even 30 minutes ago, so waking up. I really need to start waking up before stream. Like, I think I need to wake up an hour, 2 hours before stream, because I'm supposed to wake up an hour before stream, but I've been pushing it. So I think I need to start trying to wake up an hour, like another hour, because I can't. I mean, you are a yeah, it's usually pretty consistent. Yeah, so that makes sense. Your body's probably just like familiar. And it's like, hey, yeah, now you need to be alert. You're good now. You got your rest. Isn't it that the human body works really, really well with schedules? Like, when you fast, you only start to get hungry when it's around your fast time because you've trained your body that, hey, I'm gonna eat at this time. You know? As long as you eat. Yeah, imagine having constant sleep paralysis. I luckily have never experienced sleep paralysis, but I can only imagine. I know people in real life who suffer from sleep paralysis often, and I've also heard a lot of stories about sleep paralysis. That fucking sucks. I can't. I never want it to happen to me. I can't imagine going through that constantly. Yeah, I fucking hate sleep paralysis. I couldn't fucking imagine. I'm so glad I haven't gone through it. You guys will know when I have, but I couldn't imagine. That sounds so scary. Oh, well then I will be rolling a bit later for a new week, new reading. Sure, if you want to. Yeah, today I'm going to be reading our lore. Or my lore. By proxy, it's your lore, because isn't it that my lore is your lore because biters are my summons, right? But I really don't know how I'm gonna read this because this has dialogue. And I can't be doing voices. What I was thinking is that I'll have the lore pulled up on stream, so in case some of you are like me, who can't really take in the information without reading it as well, I want you guys to have the option, because the way that I've learned that I take in information and I enjoy reading is I can't just listen to the audio. I need to have something to look at. Do I need to voice act? I don't even know who you could voice act. There's only 2 other people, or 3 other people in the lore other than me. Just make deep voice and average voice. You know what? Actually, no, there's 5 people because there is an unnamed character that speaks in the lore. So yeah, I don't really know how you guys want to do this. I don't know how to handle lore readings, especially on stream. I don't think I've ever seen someone do this. But do you want me to like take pauses, discuss? Do you just want me to keep reading, like, or go with the flow? I think we'll probably go with the flow, but like, I don't know. I'm not very familiar with reading on stream. Guys, what if I get a voice crack, remember? Have a little V. I have a little V. Oh, hell yeah. That's so good. I don't really have any VA experience. Yeah, our lore. You just powered through? Alright. AI voice type? No, no, I don't like AI voices. No. I keep feeling like I have something stuck in my teeth, but I think I have a cut inside my mouth. I think that's what I'm feeling. Do you guys ever have that where you think there's something like going on in your mouth, but you think you just have a cut there? I think that's going on. I'm like hyper aware that I feel like something's in my teeth and I'm like, I gotta get it out. But I think it's literally just... Stop eating glass? No, I don't think it's from that. I eat crackers, and sometimes the crackers can be sharp. I think that's what happened. Guys, I eat salami and crackers on the regular now. It's so good. It's like one of my new favorite meals. This is your chance to train your voice and become a famous VA of all time. Dude, I don't think I would be a famous VA of all time. BRB, no problem. He's gonna BRB to eat glass. Salami and crackers are so good. They're so good. But yeah. No man. Dude, I always did want to get into voice acting, but I don't think I can do it. I really don't think so. But it'd be so cool. I forgot something? What did I forget? Huh? Nani? Did I forget something? What did I forget? Now I'm like trying to think. Monster! I don't have a monster. I've been out for like a week. The only reason why I had one on debut is because my sister had one. I'm out. I need to buy some. I'm like slowly holding the trigger on getting them, and I'm like, I can function without them, guys. I can't. I really don't think I can. Guys, when I drink a monster, I get so much work done. I'm so productive, and I actually do really well. When I don't have a monster, I'm just cooked. Cooked, I tell you. I need my monster. I might get them. I want monster. I think I might actually cave and buy the case again. I think I need it. I have a lot of commissions. I need to do it. You smushed me. I thought you said I'm already holding the trigger. No. I think I can't say that. I think that's against the rules if I say that. Well, never. You like the smush? I'm glad. That makes me happy. Then it was worth rigging, right? No, I can't seem to pull the trigger on buying the case because it's like 20 bucks. And that's a lot of money to go at once. But imagine what could happen if you could do the same amount of work without a monster. Then I wouldn't drink the monster. The problem is that I always feel... I've mentioned it before. I always feel really drowsy. I never feel 100% awake. I don't think I have felt 100% awake since I was in like 3rd grade. Like for real. I haven't. I don't, even in 3rd grade, I was tired. Like, something that I've heard is that premature babies are prone to being extremely sleepy for they struggle with energy issues. And I've mentioned this before on stream. Do you guys want to know some crazy IRL Zay lore? Crazy IRL Zay lore, are you ready? I was an extremely premature babby when I was born. I actually was considered dead over 20 times right after I was born. Because my breathing would just stop. I could not breathe. So it actually is kind of a miracle that I'm alive, quite honestly. And I was 3 or so months premature. I think I was 3 months premature. So maybe that explains my energy issues. I don't know. But my thought is like, how the fuck does like that affect you your entire life? Right? Like, how does that affect you your entire life? I don't get it. So you're undead? Yeah, I guess so. Early birth debuff, yeah. So, I don't know why, but I heard that when you're a premature baby, you do struggle with energy levels. I think you're more prone to illness, etc. But, maybe that's what's so wrong with me. Alright, we got the message. Let me read from Jasper. Message from the god and goddess oracle Asclepios, Greek god of medicine. Support your health and well-being is coming. Be a medical innovator. Asclepios reminds you to take responsibility for your health. Focus on what's on your mind, body, and spirit needs. This card really is like, did you take your meds? The card also reminding you to go to a doctor check or a self-reflection. Guys, you wanna know what's fucking crazy? So, what's really funny about that reading? Guess who just got health insurance for the first time since I was 10. So, guess who got health insurance for the first time since I was 10? Guess who will be able to go to the doctor since I was 10? I actually am setting up appointments, so that's fucking crazy, Jasper. That's actually kind of insane. My guess would be you didn't develop nearly as much as you should have before exam. Yeah, but that's why I'm so confused on why it affects me now. Kind of fitting for reading if we speak of health, yeah. My stamina isn't that bad. I'm just out of shape. Well, thank Asclepios, I shall. America, health insurance. But yeah, that's a crazy. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, monster. So, because the reason why I struggle to get work done is, for one, I may have ADHD. I don't know. I'm in the process of potentially finding that out. I do think I might have ADHD and or autism, potentially. So I do need to go and get that checked out. Now that I have the means to do so, that is something I really want to go and do. But so either, for one, I struggle to focus because of that. The other one is that I'm always so drowsy and feeling like I need to sleep 24/7 that I can never focus to get work done because I don't feel good. I don't feel awake. I don't feel focused. I don't feel like I can focus on what I need to do because I feel so fucking tired all the time. I feel so, like, lethargic. Lethargic, I think, is the word I'm looking for here. I don't feel like my body is fully rested. My mind is fully rested. I always feel alert, which is definitely the anxiety. I'm a culmination of mental illness. I'm free the right. Fun stuff. Hit the jackpot with both. I still can't believe that I scored higher on an autism test than insane. That was insane. ADHD is a cool thing, and autism is even better. They work so well together. Why don't you stream a bit later? Well, then that goes into that everyone is awake at that time, and then I get more distractions and I can't focus on stream properly. So I try and stream a little bit before people are fully awake so that I can focus on you guys. Which is also another reason why I only stream 2 to 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours is about the time that people start to wake up. I can no longer focus on stream. Tell them to shut up. You can do that. This is their home. Evening time, that's around the time everyone wants to hang out. And, like, play games and, like, do things together and make food for each other. Anyways, that's another good reading. I will go now. I'll be dropping by later. No problem, Jasper. Thank you so much for the reading. I appreciate it. I hope you have an amazing good day. Grass scatter. The thing is that my household, it's not just any normal roommates. I've mentioned it before, but I have my 2 partners, my sister, and my friend. So like, it's not like it's an uncomfortable roommate situation. So like, yeah, people want to hang out, talk, spend time. Like with my sister, she's one of the primary reasons I actually stay up so late is because she works the night shift at her job and I want to hang out with her, and the only time I can hang out with her is like 2 to 3 in the morning. Especially after knowing your health will be in good hands. Yeah, thank you. You having such a cool sis. I have a really cool sis. She showed up for a debut, if you guys noticed. She actually, for my debut, she was supposed to go back to sleep. She didn't. She stayed awake the entire time because she wanted to watch everything get put together. So she was actually there chatting with you guys. It was really cute. Cutie patootie. She has the cutest nickname for me. Obviously, I can't tell you guys the nickname because I don't want to dox myself, but she has the cutest name for me. The nickname, it's like a food item. It's so cute. So I came up with a food item name for her. It's really cute. But yeah, no, she's great. So yeah, that's the reason why my stream schedule is the way it is it's not too early, it's not too late. I still have some time where I can primarily focus on stream without distractions. I'd be funny if it was a swear in another language. Oh my god. No, it's definitely not. It's definitely not. I don't even think the nickname can be taken out of context either. Though they have come up with a terrible nickname that I hate. I dislike it. Tea. I forgot about my tea. Get your tea! Get your tea! Tea check. I've returned. Welcome back! I wanted to wait to do the lore reading until majority of people were here. The glass was tasty. I'm glad. Doesn't the Grinch eat glass? Is it Party Rock? What about Party Rock? Oh my god. That's not the nickname. I'm so glad it's not the nickname. I would lose my mind. Oh my god. That's crazy. Ugh. Stretchy. I feel like I need to pop my back. Hold on. Hold on. I got a single pop. Oh my god. Reset, thank you. I've been sipping on water. I will be honest, I woke up feeling a little sick. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I didn't fast today. I ended up not fasting today because Arkai and M wanted to order boba and it was super late at night. So I didn't get to fast properly and I'm like, well fuck it, I'll just have the rest of my pretzels that I had my sister bring. So so I just ended up not fasting. But I don't feel good now. So I don't know if I'm sick or if it's because I ate. I don't know. I don't feel so good. I feel like sniffly. But I am drinking water. I'm staying hydrated. Okay. So I believe that I will now... We can either wait for the ads to do the lore, in case any of you guys have a sub and don't want to miss it, or we can start the lore now. Iced tea, now I'll drink it like some kind of peasant. Oh my god. I don't know how fasting works, but that doesn't sound right. I think it's mostly because I never feel good if I eat before I sleep. I feel like it disrupts my sleep and I don't feel as rested in the morning. Obviously, I don't feel super rested regardless, but fasting does help my energy levels a little bit. So if I don't fast, I think it has something to do with your body trying to metabolize when it's asleep. It like uses more energy. So I think if you do it while you're awake, it doesn't like affect you as much. I don't know. Ali, I have to trade offer. What's the trade offer? Hmm? Here. But yeah, I've never felt like breaking a fast can make you feel like shit. Okay, yeah. Like not doing it every day. Doesn't feel very good. Breaking the schedule of my fast feels wrong, and I don't feel as good. Fasting makes me feel good. By the way, something I've been meaning to ask is the BGM too loud? Like, do you feel like it's overpowering, or is it a good sound level? I'll give you the game. You receive the game called Iron Lung. We receive your gameplay on stream. Oh my god, I'm not good at games like that. I don't think I've ever been fully interested in playing Iron Lung. I have seen people play it, but I don't... Let me do some more research on it then. Oh, hi Lolo. Hi. Aww. I have a Lolo. Hi, baby. Why'd you come upstairs? Did your mom go back to sleep? Your mom go back to sleep? You're welcome. Sweet girl. Hi there, love. The audio in general might be a tiny bit lower. What about Dead Space? I don't think I could play Dead Space. To be fair, I turned my mic down so that it wouldn't peak nearly as much. That is something that I did. I turned my mic down so that it wouldn't be so peakish. I didn't want it to peak. So is it possible that I need to turn down the other sounds to make that not seem so major? Dead Space sounds awesome. I don't think I can play Dead Space. Isn't that like a really like major horror game? Because we can turn the BGM down lower. Let me see. There. Just a tad lower. Okay. My fight or flight response for scary games is freeze, dude. Same. Same. How do you feel about zombies and Space Spooky? Peeking squeaky screams. I thought it was your thing. Peeking my mic. It doesn't feel good. Cause then when I guys, I actually I go back during some of my VODs to make sure everything sounds right. It's actually one of the major ways I improve my stream. Is I go through the VODs and try and pick it out, you know? But that's like the major thing I notice is that my mic peaks and I just don't know how to fix it. Because either one, the way that I have the mic set up, it doesn't, oh, my headphones I think weren't charging this whole time. They're about to die. Okay. Crazy. That's the one thing, like, with my voice type. Either you can't hear me or I'm too high. That's literally the problem that I have, is that most mics will struggle to pick me up because it thinks my voice is background noise. But then, as soon as I am a little tiny bit louder, it's crazy. Have you checked it in headphones or onto speakers? My headphones? I haven't checked the, can you check the battery on your headphones? I do use headphones, they're wireless headphones. Poor Mike was sitting there thinking, but the internet said peak was a good thing. No, peaking sounds? No, I haven't. The way I check if my mic peaks is in OBS. Like, I know a mic is supposed to be, like, really close to your face. Not, like, super close, but, like, pretty close. Another streamer I mod also has a peaking problem. We haven't figured out how to fix it. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know how to fix it. Because, like, I think I have, like, that type of voice. I think a lot of women might have that problem, actually. But, like, especially women who have higher-pitched voices, like I do. It's really hard to figure out a mic situation because it's just, I don't know. Lolo, you trying to get comfy? That's okay, good girl. She's moving. I don't know if you can hear her. She's going, "Arr." Sweet girl. That's gives a lot of issues, like if it's with headphones and its speakers peaking not the same. Yeah, because I do have an external mic. I have the HyperX Quadcast S. I think a lot of people have talked about their mic peaking with this mic, but it's also like one of the best, not super expensive mics. Like, I'm not gonna tell you, this thing wasn't cheap in my book. Because I can't really afford anything more than that right now. Just get a huskier voice? Damn. Time to grow a new voice. Imagine one day I just have a guy's voice. Could you imagine? Imagine, I've been a guy all along. Guys, even if I wanted to, I don't even know how to use a voice changer. I'm just here. What's the point? Time to put an apple in the vocal cord. I'll take. Oh my god. Time for some donations. Oh my god. No. It's okay. I want a streamer deck though. You know how cool it'd be to get a streamer deck? I'd be a real boy. I'd be a real streamer if I have a streamer deck. That'd be sick. Do you guys remember when the Miku collab happened? I'm like, oh my god, could you imagine? I get a Miku stream deck. That'd be sick. Just let me stream for you and they'll never know. Austin takes over first stream. That is a quality idea. Almost heard debt. There's debt. Alias, I've been AI this whole time. Could you fucking imagine? The AI is like, I fucking hate AI, and it's like, that's just self-deprivation talk. Not gonna lie, stream decks are so useful. I use it even not- wait, what would you use it for? Not even in a stream setting. Have you noticed in Ali's name there's an A and I? The facts are there all along. Oh my god. Would be the greatest AI ever. Yeah, dude, for real. Dude, imagine if I was AI this whole time, would I even really be considered AI? Because I'm like doing my art from scratch. The Zay shift was to throw us off. Yeah. Throw us off the tail. Imagine. No. Okay. I use it for keyboards, quick mute, deafen on dis- It's fucking amazing! Wait, Josh! I have other things? Oh my god, that's fucking genius! I want a streamer deck. Guys, I want a streamer deck. That sounds sick. You know how often I need to fucking mute my mic? Because I'm in a place with like 5 people? Oh my god. To have a quick mute. Dude, literally, I have to untap my mic, but guys, I've mentioned this on stream before, and I hate that this happens. You guys... Oh my god. If I say this story, you guys are gonna have thoughts. But I'm gonna say it anyway. When I shift, and my mic is too close to my face, is too close to my body, if I move to the side, I unmute and mute my mic by accident. Because if I touch the bottom of my mic, it mutes. Well, it doesn't just need to be my hands. Alright, if I turn to the left, it turns off. It'll unmute. Can't help it. I need a new way to mute my mic. I'm in desperate need. By the way, an ad's about to start in 10 seconds, just as a fair warning. It's not my fault. Oh my god. There's a free Stream Deck app? Oh my god. Yes, though it is a booba problem, yes. If I lift up, yeah. So, I think I need a new way. Just need a spare phone. I want to get a spare iPhone for VTubing tracking. That would be sick. Do you have a Wave 3 mic? I have the HyperX Quadcat SS. Or tablet. I mean, I have an iPad, but it's not mine. I mean, I don't use my phone during stream. Like, if I get a message, I'll check it, but other than that, maybe I should do that. I don't know. Ah. But yeah. Dude, having a stream deck would be so good. Imagine I can save up for a stream deck one day. And then I'll be excited and I'll show you guys. If you want peaking even better, use 3 mics at the same time with amplifiers. Could you imagine? It would sound like I'm in a tunnel. And then I go whoop, whoop, whoop. Time to crowdfund on throne. Dude, I have a throne. I don't have it set up. I should probably set that up. I feel like it'd be helpful. Because yeah, I don't even have anything set up on throne. I like tried and then I'm like, every time I set up a tipping service or like a gifting service, I just start feeling like bad. Cause I'm like, God, you guys could literally commission me for the same price and get something out of it, and I receive the same amount of money. Like, just commission me because you're getting something out of it. I feel bad when people give me money without getting anything in return. So I'm like, oh. I just feel bad. I'm like, guys, if you can, just like commission me. But yet again, all my commissions go to like life. Hey, 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 hey. But maybe I should set up my throne and actually set it up. How is it a trade offer? Guys, I'm not about to tell you that me saying thanks is the equivalent of getting the thing. But if we just want to throw money for the sake of throwing money, then guys, I appreciate it. But I just want to make sure all of you guys can take care of yourself too. We receiving cool content, you receiving our love and money. I don't need anything in return because you already did, which was happiness for those times that when you were still starting. Aww. I appreciate it, Sharpie. What the fuck? He came out of nowhere. RKO out of nowhere. Oh my god, hit me with the feels. I throw ass for the sake of throwing it. Oh my god. Oh, the feel. Throw your green. Also just joined as you were speaking about it. That makes more sense. Well, I appreciate you guys. I'm streaming because I like talking with you guys, and you guys know that one of the reasons why I stream is I just enjoy the art of it. I enjoy the art of it. I can show off my model. I can show off the things that I made. You put everything together. You have a cool looking stream, and then I get to talk to you guys. I get to play games. You know? Well, I like commissioning you because I trust you. Oh, I appreciate it. Literally, recently I saw a Twitter post about someone asking, like, hey, like, on a client side, like, asking the person I'm commissioning, do you does it make you feel weird when someone comes back to you for commission? Like, if you have a regular that commissions you, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why would I ever feel, like, annoyed or, like, creeped out? Like, why would I feel creeped out if someone came to me? Like, that's so, they're putting so much trust in me. You know? Like, they're putting so much trust in me. That's, like, wholesome shit. Like, I'm happy that, like, they want to come back to me. Why would I ever feel weird about it? But to be fair, I understand the mindset because, like, I commissioned someone, like, a few times and, like, I only really wanted art from them. I still really only want art from them. And I always felt like maybe I was creeping them out. But now I realize as I take my own commissions, I'm like, no, I fucking love people who love, like coming back to me. It makes me feel, like, seen, you know? I already mod for free. I should be paying you for... What the fuck? Paying me for the honor of modding? What the fuck? I should be paying you, brother. Brother. I need to pay you. You're my mod. You work for me. I need to pay you. I'll commission you. One day I'll commission you. Something stupid and big. I'm excited for this project. Ah, yes, you can become a mod for $7.99 a month. Hi, McCarty. If this stream goes as long as most streams, we have spent half the time chatting and nothing in the title. I know! I just wanted to... I figured by the time that I realized I was ready to do the lore reading, ads were about to go, and I'm like, we'll just keep going until ads. And so, ads have finished, so I possibly will start doing the reading of the lore. What I was thinking is we'll probably take an hour for lore and then another hour for like a little bit of Hollow Knight. We're not going to be playing tons of Hollow Knight, but some Hollow Knight. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. Thank you guys so much. I'm starting to wake up a little bit, so... Guys, can you hear her? When I talk, Lodi is snoring. Oh my god. I love you, honey. Oh my god. So precious. Kitty snore. Doggo snore. Big doggo snore. We have a big girl. What a cutie patootie emote. Love it. It's really cute. I can't. No, you guys can't hear it. Oh my god, she's such a cutie patootie. But yes, my sister's dog decided she wanted to come upstairs and come lay with me, which is really fucking cute. Your dog. You're my doggo, my little soda pop. You're all I can think of every time I drink. My little soda pop. You're my soda pop. Hi, Siku. Oh, sweet, my Facebook settlement money is finally... Oh, what? Your Facebook settlement? What the fuck? What happened there? She having that dog inside her monster dog, outside YIPEE dog. Can't wait to get a whole 20. Oh, hell yeah. That's 20, but that's 20 more dollars than you had beforehand. Dude, I don't use Facebook. I still have my Facebook. I need to fucking delete that shit. I need to remove that. I need to delete that. I should actually do that after stream. That's actually dangerous. I need to delete that. I ain't gay, but $20 is $20. So true. I did used to use Facebook. I don't use it anymore. I don't think I've used Facebook in over 4 years. I'm that old, so am I. So am I, apparently. What's so dangerous about Facebook? It's having my personal information out there. It's a lot easier for people to make connections to things. I also think I was stupid, so I think I need to handle that. Hello, good girl. It's okay. You're okay. I'm sorry to wake you up. Yeah, you're a good girl. Back in my days, we used birds to send messages. Sometimes bats. Yeah. Let's clean this up. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna handle that. Let's do that. Yeah, it's not that. Actually, I think Facebook is kind of dangerous though. Medieval mail service, dude. I used to send mail to my grandparents when I was younger. Facebook is probably the sole reason America's a shit show. I don't know about that one, Chief. I'm not gonna go too far into it, because obviously, I think there's a little bit more to it than Facebook. I don't speak politics on my stream, but I think it's a little bit more cooked. It's so cooked. Facebook or Reddit? What's worse? I'd actually argue Facebook, but Reddit's cooked too. I do use Reddit though. Social media has fucked the world hard. It's so true. It actually has, but that's the reason I'm here, so. Hey, you know what? Social media got us VTubers. What about the Facebook Marketplace isn't that bad. I think I've rented a place because of Facebook Marketplace. I like Instagram, but it got lewd over the years, and I kind of wanted. I don't use Instagram either. Something about Instagram algorithm, I don't like it anymore. I used to post on Instagram solely after Vine died. Guys, I know, isn't that fucking crazy? I used Vine. You guys remember Vine? After Vine died, I solely used Instagram. And then once Instagram, I was like, oh, fuck that. So I just went straight onto YouTube. I used to use Vine, then I went to Instagram, and then after Instagram, I'm like, fuck this shit. And then I went to YouTube, and then TikTok came out, and I'm like, fuck that. It'll never be Vine. So I never used TikTok. Vine with a V. I never used it, but I know about it, yeah. Remember, second! You got us on the topic of Facebook. It's not my fault. Never used Vine, but I remember people reposting videos from Vine on YouTube. Yeah. That was so of the good days of memes. It's true. I loved Vine. It was so good. But yeah. Deleting my Instagram too. I don't like it. Blue Sky and Twitter I think are gonna be the only things I post on. I know I should post on Instagram. I just don't want to. It's such a hassle. I think the only way I'm ever gonna consistently post on things is if Honestly, what I've been doing is I post on Twitter and then I post the exact same thing on Blue Sky or Reversal. And that's the only way I've been able to post consistently. I don't worry about anything else. So honestly, I might delete my Instagram again. I can't bring myself to post on so many places because then I'm bleeding myself dry. I remember a guy named Malcolm who used to do Vine when it was so popular. Yeah, it's true. If I ever become a creator of some sort, I'm only gonna YouTube and Discord. Can't trust other medias. Yeah. MySpace. I don't think I ever used MySpace, but I was definitely around that time. Want me to yell at you to post more? No, it's because I'm already yelling at myself to post more. I just don't know what to post. I'm like really bad about knowing what to post. I've been kind of figuring it out, but I'm not there yet. Post, 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 post. I'm trying, post, I'm posting. I am trying to edit more, so I am doing YouTube content. The debut I'm literally editing. I was gonna edit it more today, actually, when I have some free time. That's why I'm saying I think I need to work on a schedule. Yippee! I need to work on a schedule for my, like, work. Because otherwise I work too much and then I burn myself out or I don't get enough done. So I'm thinking I need to set hours for my actual like commission work and like working on lore and like not working on lore but like working on videos and like working on posting and stuff like that. I think I need to have a schedule for all of it. And I think I need to have different schedules for stream days because I do get way more work done on stream days, but that's just because I'm in the mindset of needing to get shit done because I streamed, right? But because of that, those are the days that I work all the way up till I sleep, which is not healthy because then I'm working over 12 hours a day. And that's not right. Right? That's not normal. That's not okay. I shouldn't do that. Such is the life of a content creator, but yeah, I shouldn't do that. I feel like now that I'm still able to fuck up, I should like figure my shit out. I need to work on a schedule. I need a schedule for work days. Because I don't think working 12 to 2 in the morning is a good thing. Wait, isn't that 14 hours? Are you usually charging while streaming or you can't relax on stream? I'm not really charging when I stream. After stream, I actually typically need to take like 30 minutes to like not be bothered. Does that make sense? Like, streaming to me is working, but it's like different. Does that make sense? Like, it's not like I am not enjoying my time on stream. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that it's not purely like, I don't know. In my spare time, I would not be speaking. Does that make sense? It takes a lot for me to use words. I actually, a lot of the time, it's not that I'm nonverbal in nature. Like, I can speak, but I don't know how else to put it. It feels like I have to have a barrier on my, like, literally like a barrier in my vocal cords that it takes, I feel like, way more effort for me to actually get words out than most people. Like, it takes more effort for me to get words out than normal people. So when I speak for too long, I can become nonverbal. Which is another reason why I don't stream for that long. Because when I talk too much, it's not even such of a I'm hurting my vocal cords by speaking a lot. It's that it's hard to. But yes, and as an introvert, yeah, I am what you would call a like severe introvert. But I enjoy streaming. No, I don't hate you guys. I do. I love hanging out with you guys. But it's like I've mentioned before, like to me, like I really enjoy streaming, but to me streaming is not I don't know. Like to me, I want to think of like streaming as like slotting time like as a job. But it's a fun job. You know, like it's a you know like how like people are like don't turn your hobbies into your job because then you'll hate it. No, I don't. I think you can still enjoy your job, but it's a job. You know? Like you can love doing your job. But it's like you still don't want to do it 24/7, you know? Like you want to segment your time. That's how I feel about stream, is that I want to segment my time because I feel comfortable and more fulfilled when I segment my time. Yeah, it sounds like opium. Yeah, 12 to 2. It's fucking brutal. I need to not do that. Guys, I'm thinking I'm gonna work 11 to 6. I think that's a good time. Here, let me see this. Don't play with... Okay, here, hold on. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I'm sorry if that was like... I don't know, I'm not best at words. I do love hanging out with you guys. That's the moral of the story. Alright, I promise. Just, I like segmenting my time. I don't think I could ever become an extreme long streamer. But I do enjoy streaming. But that's the thing, is if I become a long streamer and I stream for 8 hours every stream, I don't think I would like streaming as much. I think that's just how it is once you have a real schedule. Pure hobby streaming is more, might randomly decide to hit live because reasons. Yeah, I hold myself to a schedule because I want to, and it makes me more happy than streaming randomly. If I were to stream randomly, I would never stream because then the situation would never feel right. I would be stuck waiting for the right moment to stream. Instead, I have made the right moment to stream. I've been pretty consistent on a schedule for a while now. I feel called out. No, don't feel called out. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call anyone out. That's what works for me. That's how I am. There are so many people that are different from me. Okay, here. We're gonna do your clip recommendation. Let me go here. Let me go here. Let me do. Put biter right here. Alright. Alright. Let me get my Chrome. I made a schedule and I rarely follow it. That's the hard part though. Like, it's not even making the schedule that's hard. It's actually holding to your schedule. Here we go. Alright, we can do the clip recommendation. Oh my god. Fuck, that's loud. Hold on. This has to be low. I hope that's not too loud. You can't hear it? Okay, hold on. I know why you can't hear it. It's really loud though, just prepare. Here, I'll restart. It's so loud. so loud.
I'm not trying.
It's so crispy.
It doesn't even have any correct letters. Okay, fine. It didn't work. I'm not trying clock again, Dante.
Oh my god. It's progressively getting louder.
Fine, I'll try clock again. Holy shit! Dante.
That's crazy. So loud. Okay, so we're gonna go back to starting soon. Oh, that's not the right one. That's chatting. Wait, no, what? No, I went to the starting soon. I need to go to chatting. Oh, wrong button. Okay. So, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this lore. What I think I'm going to do is that I'm going to pull up the PDF. Let me pull up the PDF. Microsoft Edge! Alright, fine. I'm smushed! Oh my god. That's okay, Lolo. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. No, we're not going back to starting soon. I'm hooked up. Alright. So... One second. Rawr. There's the snap growl. Rawr. Okay. We do have to Microsoft Edge this. It's so fucking tiny. Okay, can I zoom this in? Oh, fuck. Too zoomed in. I wish there was a... Oh my god, wait. Okay. So I think I need to have it this size. Zoom in, Alex. I'm trying. I just, like... I don't know how to do it, like... Just the text. Okay. Big screen. Big. Alright, can you guys read this okay? I'll put it like right here, maybe. I just want to have it to where you can read it with me because that's how I intake information. So. On top of Booba? I want it like this? Alright guys, pay attention to the lore. Put away all distractions. We put away all distractions. Jingle jingle. Pay attention to the lore. I can't, but that's due to the trash monitor. Should we make it bigger? And before text box. Bling, bling, bling. Can you pin it to your model? No, because that has to be images. I can't scroll when I do that. Here, we'll make it bigger. Can you guys read it a bit better like that now? How's that? Is that better? Here, guys, we'll put on the cozy cloak, the reading cloak. And I can also do this. There. This will be good. I'm blind though. Your first mistake was assuming you can read, but can you listen? Because if you can listen, it's fine. Here, I should probably put on text on the top. Secret agent of DMV and missing surprise vision test. Monitor is like 800 by 7. No, I'm sorry. Well, hopefully you can understand by listening, unlike me. Alright, you're gonna do Reading. Actually, no. It's in my title. I don't need to put text. It's fine. What if we're visually, audibly, and mentally impaired? I don't know how to help you then. The Lord is there for you to read along as well if you need. If you need, you can download it yourself. It's in the Discord. And you can zoom in as much as you need. Do you have glasses for reading? I didn't put glasses on for this model. I need to though. Using my good stream to draw, that's fair. Magic. Here, I wonder, do we have glasses in here that we can use? Like pre-made glasses? Wait, there's just sunglasses. No normal glasses. There's no glasses. Okay. Guys, are you ready? You guys are you excited to read the lore with me? I'm gonna get really jumbled up because I'm really bad at reading aloud. I've always been really bad at reading aloud, so please, be kind. I get really mixed up, so, especially now that it's tiny, so. We're gonna read Wicked. Like I said, I don't know how this is gonna happen. I don't know if we are gonna be commenting or I'm just gonna read it. We're gonna kind of go with the flow. I must prepare to not go derp 10 words. Give it up for Isaiah reading page of 1 to 5 of RS lore. I have read it. I read it like 5 times now. I helped write it, you know. You smushed me already? I have read it. Guys, I helped write it. I will say almost all the credit goes to Grim, but I did help write it. I put some of my own lines in there, alright? I read everything like so many times to review it. I know how to read, alright? Guys, I know how to read. That's not why I'm stalling. Okay. Manga isn't your life. And then we wait for the animation. I do want to make an animation. I do. That'd be so sick. With voice acting? I would love to. Could you imagine I get some other VTubers to voice act for me? No, it's not too far. That's perfect. I want that. One day. That'd be sick. I just need to learn how to animate. Okay. One more sippy of water. One more sippy of water. Bring my mic closer. Alright. One more sippy. I'm doing one more sippy. I'm doing one more sippy. Gotta drink the Wawa. Gotta drink the water. Okay. Bring the water and the hot tea. I don't have hot tea right now. I could have hot tea, but I don't have hot tea. Would it be crazy if all the VAs end up being people in this chat from now on? That would be so amazing. Yes, I do need water though. Okay. Time to start the reading. No more stalling. No more stalling. I wasn't trying to stall, but I was stalling apparently. Okay. Lore, read, start. We're gonna start with some world building. On the edges of a small rural town, South Alize, that's me! Observing the going-ons of what seems to be a farmer's market. Of all sorts of merchants. Elves, humans, Fey folks, chimeras, and even more as far as the small woman could see. I am indeed small. She drew closer in hopes of understanding if the potions she made were worth selling. The crowd held the sounds of children laughing, people haggling, money exchanging hands, and small talk about their wares. A minotaur running a stall selling wooden children's toys, a merfolk adorned with barnacles trading stones for jewelry, and a group of fays selling books and teaching locals about flower weaving. A particularly large food stall was rambunctious, drawing attention to their savory stews and smoky skewers. I never read past the first line. She made yes, I make potions. I make potions for money. Potion selling. Yes. But we'll get further into that. Give me invisibility, approachable? Hold on. A little quieter? Sure, I can do that. Here, hold on. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. How's that? Is that better? I know another streamer that makes potions. Yes. Well, if you guys remember, my other form was called the Vampire Mage model. What I missed, we literally did the first line. I heard you open your door. I think you heard me start, didn't you? You lowered it? Is it still too loud? I lowered it 5 decibels. Hi, Lolo. It's okay. Yeah, we just said the first line. That's all. And then they were saying that we need to adjust the BGM. But yeah, guys, remember? My last model was called the Vampire Mage model. I made potions. Yeah, I was like, huh? Because I didn't get a notification on my phone for stream. Yeah. Perfect right now? Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think what we're gonna do is I'm feeling like the commentary might be the good route. Alright. The blending smells from the multiple food stalls created a cozy atmosphere that pulled you in with the feeling of being enthralled. Alize, that's me, spotted a stall that held potions and went over to gauge whether hers were more potent or not, and what kind of price she should sell hers for. Were these legal potions? We'll have to find out. That's actually said. Grim cooked with the world building, alright? I mean, mage doesn't imply potions. Well, she made potions and she uses magic. Potion seller, I require your strongest potions. We'll have to see. Hold on. We'll get there. Alright. Basically, I went to a stall and I was like, hey, yo. How much you selling yours for? Or, no, I didn't do that. But I was like, I was looking. I was observing. Being like, how potent are they? How much are you selling them for? Basically, me, I'm just like, hey, I'm comparing prices. Alright. Browsing and interacting with the bottles, she concluded that they weren't very strong potions, as she made quick conversation with the vendor. Skill issue. She decided to move on and check out... Sorry, I made myself laugh. She decided to move on and check out what else the farmer's market had in store for her. Grip tied around the purple ghost-like cat plush in an attempt of self-soothing. The crowd ebbed and flowed. The plush provided more comfort than expected, considering it was made on a whim shortly after waking up in this new unfamiliar place. The flow of people brought her closer to a stall that caught her eyes with a strange sense of familiarity of all things. Oh, I didn't scroll! Shit. There. Market research, key to any VTuber. It's true. There. Hopefully you can read that now. Do you need me to reread? You okay? I didn't think about it. Guys, I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. She can see more than me. Guys, it's my lore. There's a loud twist. Did you guys hear the purple cat-like plush? Ah! The one on my hip, mayhaps? Upon closer inspection to the stall, it appeared to double as a mobile cart made of wood with vine carvings and little details of flowers. On the posts holding a banner held more details of bees and a few other insects and string lights. The soft green banner had similar details in brown, as well as the word Grimm's Garden Made Sweets in typewriter font, with deer and moose antlers cradling the words. The cart held jars of honey made with different flowers, jars of honeycomb, beeswax, and small sweets both candied and baked. Hi, Cole! She's actively recollecting it. She doesn't need to look at. So true! So Eco's a cat. Eco is both a cat and a bat, but I think in terms of describing, they are more cat-like. But hi, Cole! We're reading the lore! So yes, I believe in more describing words. Eco is more of a cat. A cat with bat wings. Thank you for the head pats, Karu. Without realizing, Alize was hovering in front of the cart, taking in every detail with a rarely seen lax posture. Not wanting to look away from the cute bee products, a shadow grew over the young woman, causing her to slowly lift her head up. Before her was a towering creature, humanoid in nature, except for the wide moose antlers upon their head and fluffy, floppy, ashy goat-like ears. Isn't it mean Biter actually did cat? No, Biter's a bat. Biter's Biter. Biter's this little guy. Biter's whatever you want him to be, but he was more designed with a bat in mind. They looked a mix of both masculine and feminine, all sharp angles and soft edges simultaneously. Fluffy ash blonde hair with harsh, distinct layers, Lancelot teeth behind a gentle smile, round glass eyes open in curiosity but piercing in its observations. Hard to settle on one way or another, an oxymoronic description. Gangly clawed hands gripped the edges of one of the posts as the creature leaned down closer to make eye contact. Did the sign seem familiar to any of you guys? The name familiar? Biter a little bat spray. Oh, yeah. He's really tiny. Hello! Anything catch your eye? The greeting said with a melodic lit and head tilt at the question. Alize startles and drags her eyes away to avoid the stranger's prying ones and roved over the products again. As she stared at the hard honey candies shaped like mini orange slices, she wasn't sure how to feel about the stranger in front of her. Wait, how would you call a hybrid between a cat and a bat? Biddy. It's a biddy! A little mischievous sprite thing, it's true. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like spacing out somehow. Catch what? Anything catching your eye. So basically, for a TLDR, we have met Creature at a stall. This person's stall, they're selling a lot of bee products. They have big antlers, and for now, we're just a little spooked. We're a little spooked because it's a new person. And we're like, oh, strangers are scary. But I need to be here for reasons. So, hi, Ducky. Hello. I'm doing good. Thank you. Stranger's voice must be deep voice in there. Their voice is indeed deeper than mine, but I cannot voice act. So basically that's where we're at. We're at a stall. They're greeting us and we're a little frightened. But we're still looking at the products. They have cute bee products. Alright. Sorry, I couldn't help but notice. I don't think I've seen you around. Are you new to how the market works? Her feelings must have shown on her face as the creature misinterprets her expression for confusion. Alize, that's me! Tries to make eye contact again, trying to search their face for any ill will behind the question. Finding none, she's left feeling disquieted. She hums a contemplating noise before responding, When my throat is sick, I have the voice of a Valorant evil. I can't do a deep voice. My first dialogue! My first line! Oh, yeah, I'm pretty new here. I'm trying to find my way around and potentially sell these, she says while fumbling with her hands to pull out some bottles of elixirs she has crafted. I'm not the best at gauging the potency of these things, so I'm not entirely sure if they're worth anything. So true. Me not knowing how to gauge my own things and not knowing how to price them, and so I undercharge. Anyway. Lighting up and antlers bobbing, the towering figure began rambling. Oh, hell yeah, it's super easy. You just gotta get all your products looked over by Gamdos. Or just Gamdos attendant to clear up your items safe for sale. Get your papers that indicate proof of clearance and set up, or I suppose even trade at some other booths. Where am I? There I am. The young woman contemplating the information before asking, Gamdos? She tilts her head in confusion. I don't think I have any identification on me. Could I even get papers? So true! Because I woke up in this unfamiliar place. I don't know where the fuck I am or who I am. That's where we're standing. Where the fuck am I? Customer, what do in that position? Also, Ellie, I don't know. Literally, I'm so unfamiliar in this place. I don't know where the fuck I am. And now I need to get papers and identification for selling potions to make money? What the fuck? That's the position we're in. Alright. Moving forward. Oh yeah, it stands for Goods and Magic Department of Safety. Basically, any items being sold, especially made with magic, has to be checked for any negative effect. Kinda like if it was made to cause harm. Or if it's a counterfeit item. Snake oil and all that fun stuff. They took a quick breath in before resuming the rambling. Also, nah, don't worry about the official identification stuff. Some folk are pretty disconnected from the modern side of things here. They have like this official instant camera that prints with temporary but official number that corresponds with your proof papers. I'm not fully sure how it works myself, but you should be good as long as your stuff is legit. Basically saying, I don't need any ID. Huh, she quietly exclaims. I hope my products are considered legit. I suppose I gotta go there then. Would you mind pointing me in the right direction? Isn't there anything more I need to do beforehand? Alize questioned, slightly overwhelmed with the explanation. My brain is like, too much information. But I think I gotta go there. I think I gotta go to that fucking Gamdos place. Because brain struggling. But I got the information I needed. Nah, you should be set, but you know what? If you're not comfy with it, I completely understand. But I can walk with you if you'd like and give you a little rundown on how the market and some other stuff works here. If anything, no worries either way. I got a shop cafe thing down the block. You could always pop in if you got questions too. The being offered, giving Alize multiple options, but one thing stuck out to her. My brain already got me lost. Does the TLDRs help? Can me selling illegal necromancy scrolls in the corner? You would do that. I can continue doing the TLDRs if it's helpful for you guys, because I know it's a lot at one time. That was only page 2. We're only on page 3. Give Shram potion. Yeah, the TLDRs are great. Okay, I can do that. I know it's a lot of information, and I like to think I understand the lore pretty well. And Grim is also here if you guys have any actual, like, lore questions on the way it's written and stuff. Okay, Lolo, you want to leave? Okay. I love you, baby. Lolo wanted to leave. But yes, you have both writers here in case you guys have any questions. Alright. Next line! I'm a little confused. Why are you being so kind? Wouldn't I just be a bother to your time and take you away from your booth? She stared at them, slightly dazed by the whirlwind of information and options. She watched as they slowly tilted their head confusedly at first, and then a contemplative look settled on their face. They began fidgeting with their septum ring and hummed before making eye contact. I guess because I was where you were not that long ago, unfamiliar with the town and how things worked, and just confused on what to do. I just wanted something to do with myself and wasn't sure to where to even start. I wouldn't have gotten to where I am now without the kindness of others. But it took a minute for me to ask for help when I needed it, something I'm still trying to work on. So, yeah, I'd say that's one of my reasons. That, and you seem like an interesting person. I'm not sure if it's because of something about you gave me like the craziest deja vu, or what, but I don't know. I'm just kind of vibing. Seemed like the right thing to do, to offer, and trust you're no bother. I needed to scroll down. That was a long... that was a long line, my bad. Basically, TLDR, I'm like, hey, why are you being so nice to me? I don't get it. Why are you offering to take me to this place and give me so much help? Because I don't fucking get it. You just met me. I don't get it. And this other creature, the other creature is like, well, man, I needed help too because I also was an unfamiliar place. I also didn't know where the fuck I was, but I had help. The transition team. My brain is in two modes, full overthinking light noggin type shit, and then I do dumb shit like staring soullessly in the distance and then realizing I was respectfully somewhere else. No, you're okay, Karu. Please feel free to lurk too. I wanted to go over the lore with everyone. Please don't rack your brain, it's okay. Like I said, I'm also trying to give TLDRs so it's easier for everyone to understand. Basically, what they're saying is that this creature also woke up in an unfamiliar place not too long ago. And they didn't know. But they were able to get through it with time and other people's help. And that they also... something about me seems familiar. Something about me seems familiar. And they're like, hey, yeah, you gave me major deja vu. Maybe something's going on here. Yep. Anyway. The girl with tired eyes, that's me! Fastened her hold on the plush she named Eco, searching for a sign or a feeling of anything that rings the alarm bells in her head. And while hesitant, nothing was screaming out about this. She nodded her head to herself, keeping in mind to be a little wary despite how easy the interactions had felt. I have trust issues. But also go with the flow, yeah. Me, I have trust issues, and I'm looking for anything that's wrong about this interaction. Alright. And I'm also grabbing Eco for comfort. Because Eco is my emotional support plushie. And I'm barging through those trust issues like a cat in the bed. We haven't gotten to your name yet! It's Grim! Yeah, hold on. Let me get there. I'd be happy to take your offer. Only if you could give me your name, though. She relented, dragging out the O playfully. Their eyes widened with the realization that they stuck out their hand for a shake. Oh shit, that's my bad. I'm Grimthorn. Grimthorn Wildred. And yes, before you ask, Grimthorn is my first name with a space. No hyphen. You can just call me Grim. What about you? It's Grim! I know, but I wanted to say it. To be fair, trust issues allow you to keep more kidneys. So true. Is my brain so turned off that I didn't realize it sounded like my brain was so turned off that I couldn't understand lore? I think I'm good. No, it's okay, Garu. The card sign, I'm sorry, it's okay. But yes, this other creature with the antlers is Grim. Sounds like they have to correct people on their name a lot. Yeah. But yes, this other creature that we're interacting with is indeed Grim. I fell asleep. It's okay. Please get some rest, Flame. I know you said you're tired. Please, please, please. It is no problem at all. Alright, now time for my introduction. Alize, with 2 Y's. Alize, and this is Eco. She stuttered for a second before holding on to the purple zombified ghost cat plush. I introduced Eco cutely. I made him. Retracting their hand from Alize's grip and nodding, Grim began packing the jars and confectionaries into the cart, locking things up while still responding. Heck yeah, we love to see it. Creative outlets need comfort items. So Eco is my comfort item in the starting of this lore. Eco is not sentient. He is a little guy that I built to be an item of comfort because something didn't feel right without it. So I made a plush from memory or feeling, and it happened to be Eco because I was lonely and I wanted a friend, and it felt like I had to make him. The biggest trust issues I have is trust issues to me. Poor cat. He's just a little guy. Alright. The 2 opposing figures began walking down the street, making small talk and just chatting about seemingly whatever came to mind. The casualness came easily, natural in a way that was simultaneously new and familiar once again. While walking past a storefront, Grim paused for a second and pointed at it, exclaiming and claiming it as their little shop. Alize caught her reflection in large windows. She froze for a second there before stepping slightly closer to it. It felt off at seeing herself standing there, like something wasn't quite right with what she was seeing. Movements now felt unnatural as she took in a long, split, monochrome hair. She knew she had long black and white hair, considering the days she's been observing this town. She has it put into low twin tails. Seeing herself reflected back at her felt uncanny, as well as the other details she's been aware of, but now noticing with new strange clarity of self-awareness. Ears bigger than she remembers them being, clothes that felt different from what she vaguely recalls feeling comfortable in, her tail looking slightly different, eyes with a purplish hue, a fluid halo, moons, crosses, and so many other details standing out to her in a mix of familiarity and dysmorphic. Dazed by the sight, she focused on the keys hanging from her belt, half hidden by her cloak, soaking in the comfort of things that are still familiar, her keys and Eco. By the way, an ad's about to start in 30 seconds. We will just talk about the TLDR in this. I won't continue until the ads are done, just in case anyone didn't want to miss anything. Isn't that just technically just if schizophrenia was an isekai? Oh my god. This implies so many things about Ecos and other realities. It's true! Guys, like I said, all my lores are connected, and we're gonna tell you about how. All you guys know is that I have told you that all my lore is connected. But yes, so the TLDR of this line is that I caught basically, we were walking, talking, just vibing until we came across Grimm's shop. And Grimm's like, hey, yo, this is my little shop. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I see myself in the reflection of the window. And I start feeling weird and I space out because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I know that I look this way, but why do I look this way? Like, why does my body not feel right? Why do I not feel like this is me? I don't get it. I am feeling body dysmorphia. Personality dysmorphia. Not personality dysmorphia, but like, it doesn't feel like me. Why doesn't it feel like me? My conspiracy theory is that Allie is so schizophrenic. Wait. It won't let me zoom up. So her schizophrenia came true. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, imposter syndrome. So basically, something doesn't feel right when I stare into the reflection. My ears seem bigger than I remember. My clothes feel less comfortable. I'm like, why the fuck do I have a halo? Like, my eyes, weren't they all gold? Like, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel right. That's basically what that line is saying. But, you know, the things that are familiar and don't feel weird. Eco and the keys. The keys that are connected on my sleeves. And Eco, who is on my hip, that I have created in this scenario. Interesting. So why are those two things familiar to me? Why are those the only things that give me a sense of comfort? But literally everything else about me does not. I prefer Schizo story. That's crazy. Imagine that's how the lore actually is. I was just having hallucinations and then the hallucinations came true. That'd be insane. Alright, we have 10 more seconds of ads left. If you think about it though, reality shifting is just controlling your schizophrenia. Not exactly. Not exactly. If you exist in an alternative reality, does that mean you met Goku? I don't know. I could have. Is there somewhere I can see the lore so I can do Schizo Alley lore? The lore is in main lobby of my Discord. It also should be in Alley in Zay archive, but I don't know if you guys can. I have tried asking. I don't know if people can actually see what's in Zay archive. But it is in there for easy finding, but if you guys can't see it, you guys can't see it. So, but at the very least, I can try pinning it. You can see the archive? Okay. Cause yeah, there's different categories in there. There's the lore, references, etc. So, if you guys can see it, it's in there. Plot twist, it's like the Santa movies and whoever takes Eco slowly morphs into Alex. Imagine. Okay. Moving forward. A shuffling from beside her jolted her back to awareness of Grimm, just taking the moment to let Alize observe and breathe through her thoughts, staying silent for however long she was stunned into inaction. Turning her head lowered them, seeing them just looking around, watching the crowd bustle by and around them. It calmed her knowing she wasn't being scrutinized for being lost in her head momentarily. With heavy antlers turning their head to make eye contacts and smiling softly, they said with a voice that was nearly drowned out by the noise around them. It can be a lot. We're not so far, so take your time. Thank you for the head pats. Alright. She began inhaling slowly and holding for a moment before releasing her breath. Keeping her hand on Eco, the woman nodded before taking a step into the direction they were previously going. Signaling she was ready to go, the two fell into step once again. Conversation at a more laid-back tone and pacing with brief pauses in between moments. Pauses for processing and just taking everything in. So basically, Grim is being sweet and is like, hey, yeah, you're spacing out, but I know there's a lot going on, so please just take your time. Is it an issue that I want to hear what Grim sounds like so I can put a voice to the lore? No, it's not an issue. I think when I make a lore video, it will be entirely voiced. I do think in the lore video, I want Grim to voice act for their character. I think that would be really good. But for context, Grim's voice is a lot huskier and it is deeper than mine. But one thing I will say is Grim is an androgynous. Grim goes by they, them pronouns, but they do have a deeper, more husky voice. If that gives you any context. Obviously, when I speak their lines, you're not gonna get that from me. But they do got range. Yes, yes. When I'm reading it, obviously I can't hit that range, but I can Jennifer Coolidge for you. Grim can do a Jennifer Coolidge voice. It's crazy. Okay. Before they knew it, they were arriving in front of a stand with uniformed folks with lanyard badges. The stand has two lines forming, though still short lines. Grim guided Alize to one of the lines. When reaching the front, Alize filled in the paper about names, what goods she was attempting to sell, what they did, and for how much. From there, an attendant went over her elixirs and consumables with what appeared to be magic. I mean, everything could have a deeper voice than Ellie's, it's true. Their eyes had widened at the bottles before nodding with a pinched face of astonishment and confusion before they were allowed to move on. Taking the papers with official stamping, signatures all covered the encryption magic as not to be copied. The two walked up to the next attendant holding an absolute unit of a camera. Grim snorted in amusement at the sight of it, standing off to the side while the attendant began taking Alize's pictures, printing it and attaching it to the proof papers, sealing it all with a final wall of magic. Holding the papers gingerly, the girl once again was staring at herself, but in picture form, before hearing Grim and the attendant speaking to each other. She looked up right when Grim handed them something. Tilting her head when Grim was walking up, she questioned, They began walking back towards the bustling market, motioning for her to follow. Nothing you gotta worry about, just owed them something. She was contemplating the words before thinking back on the interaction and came to a conclusion, catching up while exclaiming, "You didn't just have to pay for me, did you? Grim, you really don't have to do that." Their eyes were shifting, avoiding contact with her, actions betraying their words. Nah, of course not. You're chillin'. Man's just paid for the fucking thing. I didn't know you had to pay to sell potions. That's fucked up. But yes, so we reached Gamdos. We reached the place where I can get verification from my potions. And the people who took in my potions had a look of like, holy shit, to the potions I gave them. Meaning, My potions might be fucking fire. They might be quite potent. I would imagine it's not that expensive. So basically, the people who finalized and now is saying that I can sell my potions, they're like, wow, your potions are quite potent, but they didn't tell me, their looks showed it. Her potions are on the level of Isekai Pro Tag potions, exactly. I'm smushed. This is the look when I found out my potions might be good. Yeah, the magic tags. So yeah. We are now at the level of I can sell my potions. I got my picture taken. And ta-da! And also every time I see my picture, I'm like, what the fuck? I don't understand. My brain gets like jumbled when I see pictures of myself. How I can avoid magical taxes. Don't avoid your magic taxes. It's scarier. But yes, we have protagonist energy. We are strong, but we don't realize we're strong. Kill the king. Alright. Ali stared at them with an incredulous look as the two continued walking back to the mobile booth. Conversations not so casually being switched from the topic and back to comfortable ease. Stopping by the other booths out of curiosity, and for Grim to say hello to vendors they're familiar with, but not without being given some treats for them to snack on. She began seeing how people were so friendly and didn't give her any pause in conversation. No stares of ill-put questioning, just easy acceptance. It confused her, made her feel off-kilter in a way her own reflection had. There's no such thing as an IRL MRS in a fantasy world who can stop you. The MRS is gonna come and raid and take some of your magic as pan. Who knows? I can only imagine it's not good. So basically, Alize, me, in this scenario, feels weird about being accepted so easily. Because it feels like she had never had that in the past. So she feels weird when people are nice to her. Moving forward! Before she knew it, they were arriving back to the cart. Time seems to fly past her while ruminating on everything she's been experiencing so far. She was still curious about this confounding being, a beast cloaked with gentle offerings in exuberant manner. Grim turns to her after resettling their goods to be on display, and quickly offers space at their cart for her to sell her goods. She felt a bit guilty accepting the offer, but realizing it could be beneficial for the first day, gave only a little fanfare on the matter. Chatting about anything that crossed their minds, it brought relief to Alize finally getting answers about things she's observed of the town from the outskirts. Nearing the end of the market's operating hours, Grim began packing up what was left at the stand with reluctant movements. They offered Alize a jar of honey to take home along with her earnings before the fast friends were splitting ways. I don't have much more strength. I want to hear the full VA lore, but I can't. I'm weak. I'll be posting the VOD on YouTube after stream, so you won't be missing too much, okay? You can always go back through the VOD. But I sleep well, Flame. Please get some good rest. I know you've been awake for a while, so please, 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 get some good rest. But yes. So, what have just occurred is that Grim offered a space for me to start selling at their stall instead of me having to sell at my own stall I don't have. What if the nice people were hallucinations after all the— Oh my god, Kari. So yeah. Grim gave me a jar of honey before setting off. And ta-da! That is everything before a slight time skip. There's a slight small time skip moving forward. So that is the intro to the lore. We are half of the pages in. I will say that is majority of the lore. It goes a lot quicker from here on out. Alright. A good couple weeks of time skip? Yeah. Alright. Things were surprisingly easy from there, with Alize forming a friendship with Grim. It started to become routine for her to meet up with Grim for the farmer's market each weekend and sell their products together. Even sometimes getting lunch together after market hours. After weeks of building a clientele, Alize was facing her first conundrum. I'm having a problem. Her elixirs, due to their potency, became pretty popular. The only issue was that their taste wasn't appealing to younger beings. After pondering it for a while, she decided to bring it up with Grim while they were walking back from lunch. I don't know why I chose to speak about schizophrenia today, but I guess we're here now. I like that that's your canon in your head. I suppose we are. Add sugar? Well, I mean, I guess I kind of do that. You'll see. We'll see, we'll see. I mean, think about it. I am a potion elixir seller. Grim sells honey and honey products. So we might be onto something here, huh? Hey, could I ask you a question real quick? Antlers swiveling towards her. They nodded. Yeah, of course. What's going on? Well, I've gotten feedback on my tinctures, and apparently I'm having issues making the taste more palpable for kids. Yeah, shit, that's a tough one. I'm not fully sure how to go about that, but I think if I can, maybe see your process of making them, we can find a way to incorporate something to help the taste. She hums, tossing ideas around in her head. Would you happen to be free for the rest of the day? If you're okay with it, maybe I can come over, bring some supplies to show you my process. Grim speaking now. Yeah, I'm free. Did you want to come over to the shop or my humble abode? I'd be fine going to your place since it's not that far from mine, right? Nodding and bouncing on the balls of their feet. They shoot her a beaming smile. Yep, so it'll probably be easier after we're done and not have to lug too much around. You okay to find it on your own? Yeah, I'll manage. If I lose my way, I'll just listen for the buzzing in my ears. Grim cackles, throwing their head back as they continue walking closer to the forest on the outskirts of the town. Alrighty, I'll see you there, Zay. Alize blinks in surprise at the nickname before snickering at their retreating figure as they split ways. Making her way back to the cottage she resides in, she went over a mental list of all the supplies she'll need. Grabbing a satchel, jars of herbs, and other jars of mysterious liquids, she made her way through the forest. Oh wait, no, there's a comma. And the other jars of mysterious liquids, she made her way through the forest, hearing the buzzing of bees getting closer, being an indicator that her joke ran true. There you go. So basically what that TLDR is that, hey, yeah, my potions don't taste very good, and kids don't want to drink them to get better. So, yeah, the dialogue box. There we go. I was doing good for a while there. So basically, my potions don't taste very good, and kids won't drink them even if they help. You know, classic trope of kids not drinking their medicine. So, I'm like, ayo, Graham, I need help. I don't understand. Apparently kids don't like the taste of my elixirs. But my elixirs are doing well, so this is something that I want to fix. So Grim's like, yeah, oh shit, yeah, that's hard. And so I'm like, hey, could I potentially go to your house and you help me because you specialize in making things taste good. Could you help me? And so I ask, hey, could I potentially go to your house? You help me, and we'll figure this out together. And Grim's like, fuck yeah, bro. Our houses are pretty close together. You can just go to my house. So I'm only comfortable going to their house because it's close to mine. Because typically, I'm a type of person that does not feel comfortable leaving my house to go to someone else's. So it just goes to show that I trust this person. Their house is not very far from mine. So I'm like, okay. We'll go to your house, we'll get this figured out. So then I get my stuff together and I'm on my way. That's all that happened. Just shove it down their throat. That's the chaos option. You'll make the kid cry. Cast impaired taste. You know that little thing called the miracle berry? Give them the miracle berry. I would probably do Ali Schizolore if I could, but I think it's my ADHD today. I'll just be too lazy to finish it. That is a very ADHD thing. Okay, I took another sippy of water. My throat's gonna be destroyed after this. Alright. Moving forward. Things will start speeding up after this bulk here. You guys ready? Alright. I have honey. No, I'm okay. Yeah, Grim actually has honey on their desk at all times, so it's really funny. Alright. Coming upon a cottage not dissimilar to her own, she noticed in the distance 4 large crate light boxes. She assumed that must be the apiary where Grim harvests the honey. Arriving at the front door, Alize knocks a little jingles seemingly out of habit. Contemplating the muscle memory, the door is thrown open as Grim is beaming at them. They appear to have changed into something more casual, waving her into the cottage. They lead her to a large open kitchen. Many bunches of dried flowers and herbs seem hanging in doorways and windows. Also, option, I can switch off for you. No, it's okay. I'm okay. I want to see. I want to speak it. It's okay. I want to do it. I can do it. I have water. I can do it. We're already halfway through. We're more than halfway through. I can manage. I'm just gonna take another sippy of water, though. Getting closer to the counters, Alize started to lay out her supplies and began prepping them. With inane chatter filling the air, it was easy to fall into the muscle memory of making some of her most popular elixirs for common illnesses, allergies, and fatigue. Grim, pulling out a notebook, started writing ideas down in how her process was making said elixirs. She observed the large figure with the antlered head bowed, rambled about incorporating the elixirs to maybe a honey-made gummy or infusing honey into the elixirs themselves. Just make it taste like White Monster. Kids, adults, femboys, and computers. So true. Imagine I just make an elixir that's Monster. So basically, I'm at Grim's house now. And we're starting to brainstorm. And we're figuring it out. They were writing down my process and trying to figure out where in the process could we add things in. That's basically what's going on. Thinking about making honey-themed elixirs. Because that's what Grim specializes in. Alright. This is where things start getting a little interesting, alright? Not to say it's not already interesting, but things start taking a shift. Alright. As the creature got lost in thought, they began fiddling with a necklace, chewing an odd shape of metal in their fanged mouth. Alize looked closer and realized when Grim dropped the necklace from their mouth, it was hanging in plain view. It was a key hanging from a chain, with details of flowers. An exact replica of a key that Alize had hung and displayed in her own living room upon a decorative mantelpiece. Staring at it in disbelief and confusion, Grim popped their head up, making eye contact with her. You alright? Been quiet there for a sec, babes. Snapping her eyes to and from Grim and the key. Oh yeah, sorry. I just noticed. Do you happen to remember where you got that necklace? I haven't seen it before. She hastily asked as to not bringing attention further to the many questions she began having. She quickly said to cover for all of the questions she began to mull over. Oh yeah, I've had it just as long as I can remember, honestly. I'm not really sure where I got it. I think it was a gift. Couldn't tell you for sure though. It's super pretty. I like the flowers on it. Thanks! Yeah, they look like honeysuckles and forget-me-nots, which I have planted in my garden. Heck yeah, that's so cute! Shaking out her stupor, Alize put the thoughts of the key necklace aside to get back on task, though her eyes keep being drawn back to it throughout the time with Grim. The two spent the next few hours going over ideas and trying a few different ways to change the flavor to something more desirable. Eventually, they both landed on a type of hard candy with a syrupy inside that had the elixir infused in both parts. Satisfied with the progress made, it was time to call it quits for another day. It's all been Monster? And Alize was so schizophrenic she worked 7-Eleven and everything. Oh my god, no. So basically, what have occurred now? While they were talking about the elixir stuff, Grim has a necklace on them that Alize had not noticed before. This necklace is an exact replica of something I have in my living room. So basically, I have seen this necklace before. And I'm confused because it is the exact necklace I have somewhere in my collection of keys, because I have a lot of keys, alright? It's not just the 2 on my belt. I have a lot of keys, and I don't understand why I have so many keys, but I have a fuck ton of keys, alright? And so, I see this, and Graham notices I'm in thought. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't know why I'm in thought. I don't know. Never seen that key before in my life. So, that's basically what has occurred. And so now, we have settled on a product. And we have figured out my issue. We know how to fix my issue with the elixirs tasting bad. We came up with an idea. So, I'm like saying bye. I'm about to head home. That's basically what's happening. Alright. Packing up her supplies, they said their goodbyes with a hug, and Alize caught one last glimpse of the key before walking back to her home. The farther away she got, the more she was speeding up to get home sooner, until she was slamming through her door and running straight to her collection of keys. Spotting the same key as Grimm's, confirming it was the exact same and was in fact still in the safety of her home. That fucking scared me. Thank you so much for the subscriptions, Ukro. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for the subscribe. Thank you, thank you. Oh, that noise gave me a spook. I am a key collector. I think Ali Schizo lore is a funny idea, but I feel a little bad for basically comparing lore you worked on for a lot of time and trying to come up with a way to make it sound schizophrenic. It's okay. You can have your own ideas too, it's funny. But yes, we did work on this lore for a long time. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. We are about to get to chaos. This will possibly need quite a few breaks in TLDRs if anyone is having a hard time following. I know it's okay, but I need to apologize. No, it's okay. Thank you for that, Fats Leon. I want Schizo writing the Dude, there is a extreme, almost manic version of the lore that was written to get the basis of this one. That's really funny. Alright. Not understanding how someone has a replica of one of her keys, she began riffling like a raccoon through the entire collection trying to find some sort of clue. Looking for anything that would make things click into place like a puzzle. All of the things that were overly familiar, the dreams, the muscle memory, and lack of memory beyond a certain point. Frantically going each and every key with an intense feeling of longing for certainty, of knowing, of belonging, just for things to make sense for once. With that intense feeling coursing through her, she began yanking at the keys connected to her belt. Dude, I'm having a panic attack in this moment. The timeline draft? Yeah. Is that why it's so easy to make it sound like schizophrenia? It's possible. It's zany. The lore discrepancy with the character design. I thought it was connected to the belt, not the sleeves. Yeah, no, it's to the sleeves. So the keys are connected to belts on the sleeves. I get no, it's fine. We can always fix it. But yes, my keys are connected to the belts that are on my sleeves. So when I flap my arms around, my keys will move. I almost feel YIPEE. No. Eep if you need to, it's okay. So basically, what is occurring in this line of dialogue is that, or not dialogue, but this line, or this paragraph, is that I got home and I find that I have the exact same key as Grimm. Exact same one. They don't know where they got theirs. I just know I have a fuck ton of keys and I have that exact one. And so now I'm panicking because I'm like, well, why the fuck is there two keys? Like, I don't understand. Why does everything... And then I just start overthinking and I'm like, well, why the fuck is anything the way that it is? Like, why are things familiar? Why aren't things familiar? I start having a panic attack. That's basically what's going on. It's why does every key feel so personal? Why am I collecting these keys? Why do they feel important? And I don't understand. That's basically what's going on right now. I can't right now, because then I won't want to eat for later. Oh, that's fair. I feel that. But yeah, I'm basically just trying to make sense of why the fuck are things like this? I don't get it. So, moving forward, we continue the panic attack. The panic attack continues. Rocking back and forth, an attempt of self-soothing, getting more frantic with the movement, as the feeling doesn't dwindle. With one unsteady rock back, Alize careened into something solid with a thunk. Shocked from the feeling, she slowly turns around to the sight of an old wooden door, seemingly stained indigo with a vintage bronze doorknob engraved with stars. It was just there, standing on its own in the middle of her living room, emitting a strange hum. Basically, as I'm rocking back and forth, I fucking hit my head into a door that suddenly appeared in my living room. A door appears! Alright. So, standing slowly, she peered around the door before freezing in front of it. In what felt like a daze, she was reaching for the doorknob, the feel of it, the weight behind it when turning it all familiar. The door swung inward, revealing a long, endless corridor, painted in hues of purples, blues, twinkling lights giving the illusion of being in endless space. An ever-long void encompassing the doors adorning the walkway. The hums, the trills, the hypnotic croons, breathing into her thoughts, making everything loud yet silent, heavy with an unspoken tension. Alize was drawn into this place, like it might give her all the answers she's been looking for ever since coming out of a catonic state in this very cottage. She was willing to risk so much at the chance of knowing, of understanding why this feeling continues to persist after what felt like centuries. Haunting her every move, every thought, every dream, inescapable in its implications of something deeper, older than what she perceives. So basically, one thing that I would like to mention, that I did not mention, that wasn't mentioned in the lore, is me, Alize, in the lore, also has moments of extreme night terrors and extreme dreams and daydreaming, almost. She also has moments where she like gets stuck and like can't escape thoughts or like etc. If I had a nickel for every character that seems to keep memories and has some way to lose them, I would have two. It's weird that it happened twice. I should probably eat. There's something wrong with my stomach muscles, I guess. I couldn't even roll to the side because of pain and I have school tomorrow. I start later, thankfully, but eating's hard, so I listen to lore. That's completely fair. Well, I hope the lore is helping you feel a little sleepy, but if at any point you need to go and eat, please feel free to eat. Please, please, please feel free to eat. It is okay. I'm glad some of the pain has subsided. But yes, so now I am in this space. Oh. I'm in this space and I went through the door and things feel familiar. Things feel familiar. If running a fever with abnormal pain, go to urgent care doctor. It's true. I don't for now. That is fair. Well, I hope the lore will help you feel eepy. I'm glad the pain is subsiding. But yes, if the pain continues, it is probably a good idea to go get it checked out. Okay, moving forward. Taking a step through the door and landing on plush ground, inky fog puffing up and billowing around her with each step. The scent of flowers on the verge of rot, cloying her senses, but not in an unpleasant way. Just enveloping like a caress of an old friend. Drawing near a door close by, glowing with a soft yellow glow light from between the door and the unseen frame. All the doors seemed to glow with different tones of colors of light. This one felt warm like the evening sunlight. Twisting the handle, the door swings open and Alize is bathed in sunlight, warm and blinding in contrast to the dark and sleepy hallway. She's met with a view of a meadow, like chirps of birds, hums of insects, and wind coursing through the surrounding plant life. Like stepping into a dream, she's going through the motions of walking an unmistakable path. She knows this place, this path, but doesn't know why. For from a distance, she can hear movement and the trampling of noise bursting from the woods. Freezing, then ducking into high grass, she observes two figures emerging, their movements erratic, yet playful as laughter bounces from the open space. They don't see or sense her presence, quietly observing their movements as they grow closer. Voices she recognizes as the large, towering figure bounds closer. Figure of multiple different antlers, limbs of distorted plants and branches, and a face of a deer skull with sharp teeth. Adorned with ashy fur around, leaps over her, not spotting her nor responding despite her yelp. Unfazed by her presence, they continue to chatter in a gruff voice to the other person. Alize stands, slowly turning to the object of such attention and finds a near mirror image of herself. A warped version that just clicks into place. Unseen, she advances for a closer look. So, she sees this other creature-like figure in this door. When she goes through this door, these other people, or creatures, do not sense her. She, me, is an observer in this door. I cannot change anything, but I see someone who is familiar, and I see a version of myself that looks correct, that looks right. I know this is me, but I can do nothing. They don't notice me. They don't sense me. Ta-da! Okay. The other version has monochrome hair, but instead of the split she grew used to, the white was all in the front. The back of her hair trailing behind her and ending in a hue of red. Her ears were smaller, the outfit more flowy with the skirt. Her eyes a single hue of gold. Alize is left feeling unsettled, like looking at an uncanny valley image of herself. At a loss of what to do, she just stood there and observed the two, hearing her counterpart call the other being grim, thrilling her for another loop. So, she sees herself and Grim in this door. Hello, welcome in. We're just reading my lore. We're just reading it because I haven't read it over. So yes, this other me has addressed this other creature that does not look very humanoid as Grim. So Grim also looks different in this door, in this worlds. Speaking about doors, I wonder when we did achieve perfection in making doors. I don't know. I imagine pretty early on. Okay. She followed herself back to a cabin similar to her own, hearing herself talk to an echo that was animated and floating around, coming alive in a way she didn't realize she had missed. Her other self was mumbling, going through notebooks, and scrambling about before grabbing her keys and fleeing the cabin. Curious about what the notebooks held, Alize began flipping through them, seeing notes of all the same musing and similar thoughts she's been having filled them, to hypotheses about why, and one stood out to her. To attempt to replicate what she's been dreaming and getting flashbacks of, to trigger intense emotion, to confirm if issues with memories or dreams stem from it. So basically, this is actually a pretty big lore piece. So, we have found this other Alize is also having memory issues, having dreams, having flashbacks, and is struggling with it, and is feeling like something is wrong. But this one is actually writing it down and trying to figure it out, is also panicking to figure it out. So this other Alize has taken keys and ran. Rushing out of the cabin to follow her counterpart back to the same clearing as before, where she witnesses herself spiraling out of control and the ground opens up beneath her. Glowing with the same colors as the corridor, this world's version of herself is swallowed into the depths of things around her, distort and waver. She's suddenly dragged back through the doors she's walked through earlier. With the distortion and sudden changes, her surroundings became vertiginous, or I said this before, and now I'm struggling to say it. Vertiginous. The moment she's back in the corridor, she's bombarded with images and moments she doesn't remember and can't make full sense of because it's so much. But so many of them take place in that cabin or in those woods. Hi, Brenda! Come in. We're just reading my lore. We're about 10 pages out of the 12 right now, so you're reaching the tail end, but it's still interesting. But yes, we are almost done, but okay. I'm gonna give the TLDR again. So, I have seen my other counterpart trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, and has also experienced very sudden and strong emotion, and it is basically experiencing a panic attack, anxiety attack. and also goes through a door. The same door. Similar door. And has disappeared. So we now go back into the corridor because the other door swallowed us up. Like the memory has ended. I would say medieval ages are the safe bet. I feel like every house, or at least most of them, had some sort of door. It's true. Why did I say page 1 through to 5? How did I forget pages 6 through 12? Yeah, there's many pages. We are on page 10. Hefty lore breaks brain. It is true. That's why I'm trying to take some time to go over it and put little TLDRs in the back. Not in the back, but in the breaks, so that it's a little easier to understand. So yes, that's why we need schizo lore. No. So basically, we have just experienced a moment we do not remember having, but we know that that is my memory. We know. And me, in that memory, is also trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, because it doesn't make sense. Because yes, it doesn't make sense. Whatever the fuck's going on doesn't make sense. It's not in reality. So, moving forward. Alize ran to another door, trying to distinguish whether this was real. If those memories were real, throwing this one door open, she was being thrown into another scenario of meeting Grimm and not recognizing them, of not understanding what's been going on around her and having a visceral reaction. Obsessed with needing to know more, despite it being painful to take in so many memories or bear witness to a version of happiness she doesn't remember having, Alize kept throwing, slamming, and flinging more doors open. Thank you for the headpats. Being consumed by the same endless cycle of distortion and flashing memories of pain, confusion, peace that doesn't always last. A comedy and tragedy on repeat. Echoes of laughter surrounding screaming and silent agony. And yet, she couldn't stop herself from opening more and more. With each reverberation of doors slamming open and closed, she cracks, wrenching open her ribs that's meant to guard her heart, and exposing her bruised heart with each moment lived again. Each life being relived, sending thrums of an unexplainable feeling through her. With each step down the corridor, getting to another door that was no longer easy. The plush, soft ground causes her to slip and move sluggish. The fog billowing with each step, no longer just a pleasant smell, but a cloying, suffocating scent. Any attempt of haste was met with resistance. So basically, I've gone through so many doors. A lot of doors. Too many doors. And it's becoming harder and harder with the weight of all of these memories. It is hard to walk. It is hard to move forward and go through more doors. I am spiraling so immensely that it is hard. I can no longer walk easily, breathe easily. It feels suffocating. Ancient people would love these doors. It's true. Life is just one big door now. It's true. Life is one big door. Alright. The corridor began to distort and twist into a downward spiral. The ground no longer flat, but steep stairs. The doors began changing in appearance, becoming more gnarled and some smaller, paint chipping, cracks showing, some boarded up, and some still keeping a soft, unassuming front. So basically what this is saying is that there is good and bad memories. There is good and bad moments. Some are too much, some are easy, etc. With heaving breaths, Alize descended upon a barricaded door, ripping at the boards that have sealed her from accessing it, from knowing more about what her life used to be or could have been. After yanking a particularly stubborn board away, she stumbles backwards, falling through a door that seems to have already been cracked open. Landing in grass, she hears movement behind her. Whipping around as she makes eye contact with a girl. Insert another character here. She had deep blue hair with red highlights, pointed ears, and blue flames in the shape of horns and a tail. The blue flames are a near match to her own, but this was not another version of her. Not at all. This was someone else. They were frozen from wrapping bandages from around their bloody arms as they stared at her with suspicion pinching their eyes. What the fuck? That's literally a line, I promise. Alize jolts with the realization this person sees her and seemingly wasn't a piece of the past. She stands abruptly and in turn startles the person into standing, as well as squaring up for something. Who the fuck are you? She stumbles back at the words directed at her from the stranger before bolting towards the still open door, yelling a litany of apologies as she goes. Trooping back into the corridor as the door swings closed behind her, she lands on her knees. Breaths heavy and throat choking from the pressure of feeling overwhelmed. The moment of being perceived breaking the trance she was in, and making her aware of the feelings bubbling up and just how looming each door was. How the spiraling staircase sent her spinning, dizzy with the migraine of everything hitting her at once. So basically, we have now entered a door that wasn't the past, but was instead an actual moment. An actual moment where a human being can see us, so we're not just shifting through memories, right? We're not just going through memories, we are also going to moments in time. And we have indeed met someone. Our first introduction. Just a cameo or important later? I would say important later, depending how it is taken. But it is written in another variation of my lore that it could be both. Yeah, it's true. But I will say we have talked with said familiar person, and this will be a thing that we've talked to them about. So they were indeed in the lore making process, the person who was familiar in this. That one moment I thought of Schizo Alley lore. So yes. It is both. I think Grimm has it right. It could be both. However they want to interpret it, but we did get their permission, they know about it, and they helped. Okay. So yes, that is the major part, is that I am not going through just memories, but I am also going through moments in time. Okay. She stumbles back at the words directed at her. Oh, no, I already said that. I already spoke. Moving forward. I was reading the same line. Just when she thought all the bubbling feelings were going to make her gag, she heard something whizzing in the distance above. Looking up as she sees something purple right when it smacks her in the face. A piece of metal and plush bouncing off her forehead, she yelps, clutching her aching head. The plush landing on the ground and sending another puff of fog about. She looks at it and realizes it's Eco. The Eco that she crafted as the current version of herself. So it's the exact same Eco that I have in this scenario from earlier. It is the same Eco that I have made with my hands. Eco had her keys, specifically her honeysuckle key, wrapped around him. She was reaching for him when the fog began to surround him, and he started to twitch. I heard we were reading lore. Yeah, you just missed your part. Yes, we're 11 pages out of 12. Hi, Yami. We literally look. If I go like this, look. Oh my god, the timing. That's funny as fuck. It's just something she would say exactly. And I'm making schizo version of Valoria. I'm just here chasing after you as you read while running. That's really, really funny timing. It's almost like you knew we were referencing you. But yeah, we are almost done. Yeah, like I said, we're 11 pages out of 12 right now. So, after all of that, all of a sudden, Eco fucking gets thrown at my head with keys. Fucking hurt. And so, yeah. But now he's twitching. Something's going on. Eco had her keys, specifically her honeysuckle key, wrapped around him. She was reaching for him when the fog began to surround him and he started to twitch. Flinching back from the movement, Alize watched as he began to become alive, animated in all the ways seen in her previous times. He started to float and spin about. Spotting Alize, he rushed towards her, doing dizzying twirls around her head. She finally reached out again towards him, cradling him towards her in a reminiscent caress. His chatter began filling her head in a broken patterns. Oh, how she missed his voice and presence. Holding Eco to ground herself, she looked up and saw the door she entered from, still open and glowing with the warmth that surrounds her when walking the streets of the market. So, Eco is alive again! Eco can move, Eco can fly. Eco is now my little traveling familiar friend. So we have basically, throughout this process, and with Eco being in the corridors, he is his normal self again. Every single time, every single place I have Eco. Eco is a constant. Moving forward! Standing on shaking legs, she began to ascend the stairs towards the light of her current reality and new opportunities. The further she got from boarded up doors, the easier the climb began. The stairs started to become flat and walkway again. By the time she got closer to the open glowing door, she began sprinting towards it, launching through, tripping, and then rolling onto the ground of her cottage. She stares at her ceiling when she stops. From her peripheral vision, she sees long legs adorned with corduroy. Alize tilts her head and seeing Grim just looming above her with stupefied expression before turning towards the door. Eco trills, floating from her grasp. She sits up to look at the door as well. They both watch as it slams shut and then dissolve like sand into purple, blue, and white sparkles. She turns her head towards Grim and watches them slowly turn to her, face twisted with a complicated emotion. Her breath hitches at the question. Or, so you remember much? Her breath hitches at the question. I'm gonna snooze the ads for a second because we're about to be done, so I'm gonna skip the ads for 5 minutes. So, you remember much? Her breath hitches at the question. Yeah, quite a lot. Too much. Maybe. You? They tilt their heads side to side, tossing the question around. Yeah, a good amount now. Crazy shit, huh? She snorts at the response because despite the memories, it's just so on par for them. Yeah, that went crazy. But I think I've got an answer to a lot of my questions I could never answer. They leant over, offering a hand up. She waves it away before heaving herself to an unsteady feet. They nodded their heads while standing up straight. How are you feeling? I'm okay. I think I'm still just processing. Yeah, so, fuck whatever that was. Yeah. She giggles, but then freezes when a thought occurs to her. Grim immediately notices. What you thinking, Zay? I actually have to pull up the lore here because I can't zoom down anymore because it's finished. But hold on. Don't read ahead, let me say it. If this is a more modern world, why the fuck haven't I looked for Honkai Star Rail yet? The larger pauses for a beat before the most aggressive honking laughter explodes from their chest. The laughter is infectious as Alize joins in. They continue chortling as they talk and walk out of the cottage to go look for ways to get her settled with a gaming setup and tablet. And that's the lore! That's how the lore ends! We have read it all! Funny ending, but also what? So basically, it was not schizophrenia all along. So, I'm not to be in the universe of Honkai. No, so basically, what happened was that when I had left the door, I have left the corridors and I am now back into my cottage. Grim was there because for some reason they were there. And so, but now, for whatever reason, Grim also knows exactly what has occurred. They remember things as well. Because of some reason. I know that reason. I don't know if Grim wants me to tell. But basically, okay, they said it. Basically, when I have my memory, Grim gets their memory because we are somehow connected. We are connected for whatever reason. So, so when I remember things, Grim remembers things. That's basically it together. So, ta-da! There's the lore. So basically, the secret to it all is that I am a reality shifter. As you guys already know, because I mentioned it during the debut. I'm a reality shifter, so that means I can go back in time and review memories through the doors. I am a keeper of the doors, if you may. I can guard these doors. I can not really guard them because I'm like the only person that can enter them unless I bring people there. But I am the keeper of the doors. These doors house all of my memories from all of the realities. And obviously, I can't remember every single one at once, otherwise I will go literally insane. So, my memories are locked up in these corridors. And also, these corridors can also go into different realities. And so I can indeed meet people this way. It is also a traveling technique into different realities. But yes. So basically, at the end, I have realized that, oh fuck. Huh. Yeah, computers exist. Computers exist, so why the fuck haven't I played Honkai Star Rail yet? Like, it has to exist, right? So, I basically remember, and I'm like, oh shit. So I try and find a tablet and computer. So, by the way, ads are about to start in about 40 seconds. Just as a fair warning to those without a sub, ad jail might be in your future. I never would have thought the powers work through doors with how the debut intro went. Yeah, no, the intro was just supposed to be a cool thing. It wasn't really a canon thing. But yes, everything is through doors. But the one thing I will say is if you have looked at the schedule or you have looked at my just chatting border, the doors are similar in nature with the color and everything. So actually, Arkai designed the schedule like mirror-like thing as the doors. Those are supposed to be. So my just chatting right here is also meant to kind of be a little not the door, but like a reference to the door. Or the way the doors look. But yes, there's our lore. So basically, as in this form, this is where I realized that I am in fact a reality shifter. My powers, I don't fully understand how to control them, but I indeed have powers. I can make potent potions. I basically have intense amounts of magic potency. I am a strong boy. I just don't know how to do it. I'm not the most knowledgeable about Honkai lore incorporated. It's true. It feels like you had a good sleep and dream, and then you woke up and went to shit, forgot I got to do my dailies. Yeah, kind of. But yeah. Yeah, like Grim said, they'll probably do some lore too, and I know Yami is working on hers. Yami already has a lot of lore. But I'm there somehow. I'm involved somehow. That's basically the consensus. Is I'm a little guy. I have shifted unintentionally a lot of times. It's no wonder it's so fitting for Schizolore. It has HS on it. So one thing I would like to mention. The Snep lore, if you guys will remember. The Snep lore. If any of you guys have read that, that lore is canon. That lore is entirely still canon. Nothing needs to be changed about it. It's just simply that was a very strong memory. That was a past version of me. Oh. Yeah, the mouse cannon. But yeah, so Snep lore is still entirely canon. It's just that was a past reality. That was a past reality of mine. That means that if ever something happens, I can also have future realities. And I can go into past realities and stuff like that. I don't know if you saw Zay in chat, but we were also thanking Yami for support and help because credit goes where credit's due. Because I like to emphasize, like, yeah, I was trying to say that when at the start, or when Yami had their intro in the lore, they did help with the lore. They did. They also read over it, gave pointers, and everything. So we technically did have 3 to 4 people review the lore, and give pointers and stuff like that. A good friend of mine also went over it and helped with building the world and stuff like that. So yes, we did have help. The person who did my BRB screen actually looked over the lore and helped with some features. Or not features, but helped with some of the world building at the start and like extra pointers. He read through everything. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed the lore. Needed some different perspective and wordage correction. Yeah. You know, like when you stare at something for too long, it starts to look weird, or like you kind of stop looking at it from a new perspective. That's kind of like why we needed extra eyes on it. But yeah, yippee! Everyone congratulate Grim and Yami! They did majority of the work. I think Grim did majority of the work. Grim did indeed write everything. I just did corrections, and we spent a lot of time putting up the world building, putting the character, putting the timelines together, etc. I enjoyed it, but I can't unsee the schizophrenia alley image. Oh my god. That's me when I try to spell something in English and I keep thinking it's not how it's supposed to be spelled. Yeah. Yay, well done, you guys. Thank you. Yes, you did such a good job. Turned out great. Yeah. And so one day I want to turn that lore into a lore video, but I think I will need to have more skill level in my drawing to make that happen. But I really hope I can make it into a lore video one day. But yes, this is the form where I realize I'm a reality shifter. This is me at my newfound potential. There is a lot of motifs in my design that represent myself and realizations with the reality shifter. But everything in my design can be changed, essentially, and it will still hold true, so... I appreciate all of you for support and helping and supporting Zay and making it so I'm able to do something for her. Also, little side note, I don't know when they're gonna do it, but Grim is thinking about becoming a streamer one day too. So when Grim becomes a streamer, you know it'll be fire. No such thing as a rebrown now, folks. It's just reality shifting. It's true. Technically, it's canon if I rebrand. I love how you had all that world building and character development with trusting someone to go to their home, and then you just went, fuck it, let's play HSR. That's like, it's me for real. She like me for real because I'm literally her for real. You know? That's me now. Playing Honkai Star Rail and trying to draw. This is literally the I can draw arc. Yeah, I'm hoping to start streaming soon. Just gotta write some things down. Yeah, no rush. I just thought to let them know. One day, one day. Yeah, she just like her for real, for real. Also, canon friendship, I do be busting down doors and not leaving. It's true. So, yeah, Grim was actually in the old lore as well. They did my old lore. Grim did my old lore as well. They wrote it way shorter. But Grim was technically in there too if you really look. I will say Grim's involvement in the last war was way more subtle. Because obviously it was very apparent in this one. But yeah, I would have loved to include more people. That would have been super cool, but obviously I can't really ask everyone or fit everyone in. But yeah, for now we have Grim and Yami in the lore. But I do want to eventually add more people. That'd be so cool. Have all my friends involved. But yeah. But yeah, do you guys want to see something cool now? These are my keys. See my keys? Keys! These are my keys. How do they open? I have to find out. I actually don't have I don't actually have direct which lore do they go to, but one of them would definitely be Snep lore. Probably the moon key. Yeah, the moon is probably the Snep lore for sure. The left one, I actually don't really know where it would go. Is the double cutie Yami? That would be sick. Actually, that's a fire idea, Cotton. You should... That's the Yami lore. Could be. But yeah, so now do you guys all see like the little things in my design? Write that down, write that down. So now do you guys all see like the cool little things? We have the eco on the hip that I clutch when I'm feeling anxious. He's always on my side. Eco doesn't leave me. So technically, I would never leave the house without Eco. Eco comes with me everywhere. The other one is basement key where Alley Gaming setup is. Yeah. We got my reality shifter eyes with the purple hue to represent the powers and the corridors and everything. And got my monochrome hair. Yes. Got my halo. Yeah. Got my tail. Which it was said in the lore that my tail is strangely familiar to Yami's. That's a little Easter egg. I do have an idea for more lore with Yami, but that is a future, yeah. Subtle Coraline inspo in the lore too, it is true. There's a lot of references. I would not become basement dweller, but my basement is not huge. Oh, you would become basement dweller. I mean, that's fair. I just realized another character I was thinking about of the memory and losing it thing is also monochrome. Really? Interesting. Maybe it's just a monochrome haired thing that people want to do this type of lore. I don't know. But yeah, there's like a bunch of little references. I also have star tattoos in this model to represent like the stars, other realities, and stuff like that. The corridors and the doors all have star motifs and like galaxy motifs. Because it is like an otherworldly power. It is like space inspired. So also all my abilities and like powers are star and purple themed. So if I can use magic, but when I do use magic, it is starry, galaxy-like, and stuff like that. So my powers come from the stars. Something like that. But yes, I'm still your vampire. I'm still your vampy. I'm still your little guy. It's just my origin's a little fucky. Lore reading, yippee! My scrunkle, yeah, that's me. But we did it. I fucking spoke. My throat kinda hurts. There we go. I did it. 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 So my question is, would you guys like me to play Hollow Knight today? Now that some time has passed. Alright, go to sleep. Thanks for reading lore. I'm sorry for making you schizophrenic by lore. Enjoyed the stream. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. That's all that matters. It is a-okay. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad you had a good time. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. I think like, knowing the lore makes my BGM sound even cooler to me. Aoi is sweet even if she's schizo. Oh my god. Crazy bit. All fits together really well. Yeah! Guys, Guys, I've known about the reality shifter idea for, I want to say, 5 months now. Isn't that crazy? I've kept that in the works for like 5 months. Guys, you guys want to see the original concept for reality shifting? Do you guys remember it? I showed it to you guys. I showed it to you guys a long time ago. This was what I could have been, but I decided against the design. But this was the original idea. Here, I'll put it right here. This was the first concept. I remember I sent pictures of it, but I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I didn't really feel like this was it, you know? But this was the original idea for it. I also drew it in another form as well. Hold on. The more I draw it, the more I felt like it wasn't right. So about the second drawing in, I'm like, this isn't right. This doesn't feel right. But you can actually see the concepts, the little things that I kept. I changed the eyes, I removed the makeup, the pins are bigger, the halo is bigger. Instead of the tiny tattoo choker, I have a big choker, or a big collar. Yeah, the old star eyes. Yeah, this design had the old star eyes. But this is how I got the sweater idea. The sweater idea with shorts and bandages. I've always had that be pretty consistent in my design. Was sweater, shorts, bandages. And there's so many different ways you can do it. But yeah, these are my 2 different variations of what Reality Shifter could have been. But this is how I look now. I was thinking about selling her as an adoptable, but I think she has too many close motifs from all my other designs, because it was meant for me. I don't really think I could sell her. Scrap design also canon? I mean, we could, but I don't have anything in mind for her. She could technically be canon, but I don't have anything in mind for her. I'm not sure. Not sure. I can come up with a few. I don't know if I really fell in love with that design though. That's the problem. Is like, the hair idea is really nice, but I don't really know if it feels like me per se. That was the problem I had with it. Lapland hair, so something with snap probably, yeah. Well, the hair was Lapland inspired. I do love the hair, but I don't know. This design didn't really feel like me as much, but like it is me. I don't know. It was like a weird medium, but that's why I didn't go with it. Is it didn't feel exactly right. So that's why I didn't keep with it. But yeah. Yep. I mean, comparatively, this one's definitely more fleshed out. But yeah, you can see the same little motifs in there. You can see how the design came about. You can see it. But I realized the purple sweater wasn't for me. I wouldn't wear that. Now that peak lore is done, I should catch up with anime and watch long episodes I missed before tomorrow. I think we're on episode 4, 5, and 6 now, is it? Let me see. Let me look at the announcement. 5 and 6. So we're in season 2. Quick question, do you still have your VOD from 3/28/25? If it's not on the VOD channel, then no, I don't. I wouldn't have it if it's not on the VOD channel because Twitch made it to where you can only have five streams in the backlog. So I only have streams up to since just a tiny bit before the debut, so it would be lost to the void if it's not there. Oh, weird, never knew they had a... Yep, they did a limit. It's really sad, because I had a ton of missing VODs from right before the debut. I honestly gave up. Like, after I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna try really hard when the debut hits, and then I'll be consistent from there on out, because I've already missed so many weeks, and I can't recover them. Like, what's the point? So I'm trying to be really good about it now. So after every stream, I'm trying to upload the VOD, like, immediately. That is, like, in the after stream attempt. You're good, you're good. I couldn't tell which VODs were from what date. The date is always in the comments, or not, no, the description? The description. Though I think I haven't added it in the RS ones. I need to do that. Man, I'm glad that one clip I saved. Yeah, so clips are different. Those get saved. VODs don't. I think the reason why is because clips are short. But VODs don't stay. Kind of trash from a user perspective, but in terms of storage on their end, I guess I get it. Yeah, I bet you it's more for storage, and plus a lot of people export their VODs to YouTube, which I do. So as long as I stay consistent on that, it should be fine. I'm gonna cry right now. Yeah. But yeah, I've been trying to be really, I've been a good noodle. I'm trying really hard to export VODs right when I finish, so that I can ensure that they don't get lost to the void again. Also lets people preserve what they want to versus everything you say is immortal forever. It's true. I mean, I get it. I have definitely not uploaded a VOD intentionally. I have done that. But yeah, I've deleted a VOD intentionally as well. And not uploaded one intentionally. Because sometimes shit just happens. You do something you're not supposed to, no one realizes, and you're like, fuck, and just make it stay that way. So, I've definitely shown my real name on stream by accident, but it's lost to the void now. Because I deleted the VOD and no one said anything. I'm sure someone possibly could have read it, but, you know. That's also why a lot of people... I actually found out recently, that's actually one of the reasons why some people don't have... what is it? They don't have stream rewinding, because potentially you make a fuck up, someone notices it and they want to clip it. Well, you can't do that if there's no stream rewinding and you delete the VOD after, so... I just found out recently that's why people don't have it on. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for. Nice. Hi. I found the part I was looking for because I speak in that VOD. Oh. Is that the one where we were doing the thing? Twitch had a timeline this entire time? No, this is a recent change. This is a recent thing, like within the last week, I want to say, that they added the rewind feature. Hi, Akobo. Hi. Is that the Lethal Company one, or is that the oh, I forget the name of it. The Rambley the raccoon one. I was like, did we always have this? No, we didn't always have this. No. It was recent. I noticed it was recent. Yeah, it was my response for being asked for. Oh, it's when Rouge asked, and then you popped up in stream, and we're like, we're working on it. I remember now. Yeah, so you weren't like on stream like talking through Discord, you just showed up on my mic. Yeah, that makes more sense. I was like, wait, what? That makes more sense. Got it. Dun. Alright, guys, I'm thinking today I might not get to Hollow Knight. Reasoning why, I have a headache and my head kind of hurts. Yeah, if I have a headache, my head kind of hurts. My head kind of hurts. I feel like I need to eat. And my throat is hurting a little bit from speaking so much. So I'm thinking I might need to go make some tea. So I don't know if we'll get to Hollow Knight today, but next week we'll do Hollow Knight for sure. If not, maybe we'll do it Friday if I finish a good amount of work. Maybe we'll turn Friday into half art, half Hollow Knight. Breakdance, throwback, sneeze, fall, walk away, and I did all those things in response of losing my mind making war. Yeah. Also, hi Ronan! Hi, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, I think I might need to take a break. Plus, I have a lot of work I need to do and I need to message some clients. So, I think for now, unfortunately, we will not get to Hollow Knight, but I will try to get to Hollow Knight on Friday. Because I feel bad. I feel bad, but I do think I might need to take a little bit of a break. I apologize. I'm sorry. Well, rest. Let me know if you... No, I'll be okay. Thank you. Yeah, I just think I need to stop streaming for now. I'm gonna get some food. I'm gonna change and get some food. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That'll be fine. It'll be nice. Okay, let's find someone to raid. Yeah, starting it with a headache would just be less fun. Exactly. Art TFT post for next week? Potentially. I think it depends when I... It depends how I'm feeling on Friday, I think. So let me try and look for someone to raid, because I didn't raid last time, because I was rushing. So we'll try and find someone to raid now. Potentially an art streamer? Is there anyone I know streaming right now? Alright, Alright, let me see. No, we can raid Euphoria. I haven't raided them in a month, luckily. I always raid people that I'm familiar with because it's easier. Especially if I'm gonna go and raid and run. So I will raid Euphoria. I think they're doing community Minecraft today. So we'll go give them a raid. If you guys would like to participate in the raid, I have several raid messages to your disposal. This is mine. But if you're a subscriber, you can use raids 1 through 6, and all of them are personal made to you, with your name in it. So all you need to do is copy and paste. If any further questions about lore, just ask me in Zay's Discord. Yeah. Please feel free. If you're a follower and you'd like to participate, I have Raid F for you to use, also custom made to yourself. So, please feel free if you want to use those. But yes, thank you guys so much for being here today. I'm sorry we didn't get to Hollow Knight. I'm gonna probably take it a little easier today because I still need some of my energy for working. I am still working on commissions quite heavily this week, so. Oh, also, do I do the raid copy and paste in other person's chat? The other person's chat, because we're raiding them. But yes, anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys Friday. Wow.